Try holding a puppet for 3 hours.
Anthony's going to feel like what it is to be Rug Boy because he's got to hold his phone up for this blab because the mics suck. Hey, it's the Jock and Nerd Podcast live on Blab. Let's do this. What's all that noise? Stop moving.
It's me moving around, you ass.
It's the Jock and Nerd Podcast.
Wait, we have to start. I got to start that over because I'm not editing this shit. Okay, everybody shut up for a second.
It's the Jock and Nerd Podcast with your hosts, Anthony and Imran. Jock and Nerd.
Hey, welcome to the show. This is the Jock and Nerd Podcast. This is the Jock and Nerd Weekly. We're live on Blab. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
And he's the Rug Boy because we're on the Blabus. What's up, Rugs?
What's up, dudes?
Thanks for joining us. Anthony, we had some people in the feed are not going to know we had some technical difficulties and your hand might hurt at the end of the show.
A little bit.
He's literally going to be holding his phone up for the next hour and a half. That's awesome. I hope you have one of those hand squeezy things that the jocks have and you've been working your arm muscles.
I predict Anthony hanging off the bed and having the phone on the floor in about 5 minutes.
By the end of it, he's going to be kicked back with his feet up. He's like, yeah, fuck it.
I might just put this like face up and then just start talking if I get too tired.
That's the thing, was we don't really need to see you. We can still hear you.
Right.
So. Anyways, gang, this is episode 65, Jock and Nerd Podcast. Check the show notes, jockandnerd.com/65 for everything we're going to talk about today. This is our comic book TV season week 12 review. That means we've been doing this for 3 months every week. For 3 months consistently, dude. That's crazy.
That is crazy. I'm trying to prop this up as we speak.
Jordan in the chat says everyone blabs like that nowadays anyways. So a lot of people use blab like that. So you're all cool. It's just a little shaky cam. It's going to look like fucking Cloverfield. It's fine. That was a good movie. Everyone, if you could click Tell a Little Bird for us, we would appreciate it. And the rundown for today, guys, is we got a lot of cool news we're going to go over. Rug Boy has some Godzilla news. Anthony's got some Jock news. I got some nerd news. And then we're going to talk about this week's new episodes of Supergirl and the mid-season winter finales of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Flash, and Arrow. So there's the agenda. But before we get to all that, I wanted to mention a couple of things. Like, if you're a fan of Serial, if you've not heard of Serial, if you've been living under a rock, Season 2, the first episode, finally is out. It was a little delayed. Anthony, did you get a chance to listen to it yet?
No, I haven't listened to any of it yet.
It's Jordan lives under a rock. It's okay, Jordan. It's pretty good. It's a big NPR, made podcasting big last year with the Adnan Syed case. This year it's about this dude, Sergeant Bowie Bergdahl, who like walked off of a military base in like 2009 and then got captured, and the whole thing is kind of weird. It has similar elements to the first season in that there's like a bigger story and you're not really sure what's going to happen. I enjoyed it. Check it out. Episode 1's up. It comes out every Thursday. Ruggs, you're not into this cereal, are you?
I like Captain Crunch.
Yeah, that's just very sugary though. I like Total because it has all your vitamins and minerals.
And Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms too. You know
what? Fuck cereal, dude. Everything in that aisle, that's a scam.
I've heard of this thing. I've heard of this podcast. And it's a podcast or a radio show. What is it?
It's a podcast produced by NPR. So it sounds like NPR radio, but it's made specifically, and it's on Pandora this time, and it's actually the first podcast on Pandora. It's kind of a big deal for Pandora to get its season of Serial. I don't know what's going on over there. The phone
Anthony's having a wrestling match with an alien.
All right, well, whatever. We're gonna go on. The next thing I want to mention is, what is all that noise?
Can you mute him?
Oh yeah, I could mute him. I should do that.
Yeah, mute him until
he's trying. Oh boy. I think he just dropped the phone right when I muted it. He's trying to prop it up. Next thing I want to mention real quick is you guys should check out our last show, Jock and Nerd episode 64, because we have an honest to goodness live Oscar winner on that show, our buddy Sean Christensen. It was really good. Ruggs, did you get a chance to listen back?
Yes, I did, and I felt like we did a pretty good job. And I was drunk for that one too.
That was a good one.
I just dropped a glass of water.
Oh no! Is everything okay over there?
Oh yeah, no, it's good. I'm gonna have to clean this up. You guys keep going.
Okay, don't electrocute yourself.
Yeah, mute it.
I'm gonna put you on mute until you come back. Jordan
Yeah,
said
put me
it
on
was
mute.
good. You listened, Jordan. Thank you so much. I really loved that episode and listening back. It was just so interesting and really fun. And I was very happy with it. Yeah, he had some great stories. Like shit, I love he was telling us stories that he didn't tell anybody, which was fun. So check it out, jockandnerd.com/64. Okay, Ruggs, we're gonna go into the news. You're gonna start us off, all right, buddy?
Okay.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
Jock and Nerd Rug Boy has
Wowie zowie!
some Godzilla news to break. Ruggs, why don't you take over?
So fresh from Japan, they released a trailer for Godzilla Resurgence, is what they're calling it now. That's what they're calling the new version, or the American title. It's in Japan, it's called Shin Gojira, which means the real or new Godzilla. And anyway, so they released the trailer. It's basically like a handheld camera, like of people running through the city, like away from Godzilla. You don't see him at all.
Nope.
You just see panic in the streets, and it's a very big shaky cam event. And then at the end, when they finally cut away, you don't see anything. You just hear the 1954 classic Godzilla roar.
That I found was interesting when I learned that it's the 54 roar. Why is the 54 roar? What is this?
Because from what I hear, the two directors that they both worked on Attack on Titan, I believe, or one of them did, they were going back to the original Godzilla. They're going back to the original. They're using 1954 black and white Godzilla as the basis for what they're doing. So they're kind of beholden to that. So that's why they use that roar in the trailer. And then they released a poster along with the trailer. You want to throw that up there, Imran?
Yes, listener, check the show notes, jockandnerd.com/65. We'll have a link to the trailer. And this is the American poster. So either one of you guys describe what we're seeing here for the listener.
You want to get it, Anthony?
Sure, if my audio sounds okay.
Sounds good.
The eyes and the teeth are the things that get me, but it looks like, as Rug Boy described to me via text, a large grayish green piece of shit with toothpicks in its mouth and then some sort of eyes. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You know when you get like you go and you get an Easter basket if you're of the Christian faith.
Yeah.
You get an Easter basket. There's an Easter bunny in there. There's usually a chocolate Easter bunny with like a candy eye. That's what Godzilla's eye looks like. It's like a candy eye. It looks like a googly eye. Anyhow, like the poster itself, it's like at first sight, it looks like a silhouette.
Yeah.
Because it's just blacked out.
It's backlit very heavily.
Yeah. But you can easily throw it into Photoshop and play with the brightness and contrast and see the rest of the details. And some people have actually taken that poster and done that.
I saw that one.
And you can see a lot more detail. And it's just a really lumpy, there's like a million like pointy little teeth. They're not like regular Godzilla teeth that look more animalistic. These look more like they're out of like an eel or something, or one of those.
This guy's got really bad dental hygiene. But like the googly eye and the teeth, like where is this coming from? Like what are they pulling from? By the way, here's another shot from a paper that you see more of the spines.
If you also notice too, like the jawline, like the teeth go all the way back to like, and obviously on a podcast you won't know what I'm talking about, but the jawline goes like back to his ear,
really high,
like you can really high. It's like right there.
It's exaggerated, yeah. And there's a lot of Godzilla like traits missing. He doesn't have fangs. All right, no. The teeth are actually so crazy that they go like out. They're not in like a gums with lips over them. They're just kind of like, it looks like a Muppet. They just stuck a bunch of like sticks sticking out of the edge of the face.
Yeah,
there's just teeth everywhere, and there's no gums, there's no lips. I don't know. Somebody tried to say that it looks like Godzilla was like irradiated with radiation, and all of his like extremities burnt off, and that's what's left. So he's got no eyelids. That's why he's got the googly eye, and that's why he's got no lips and no ears, because everything's been burnt off.
So, what is the feeling amongst Godzilla fans? Yeah,
I fucking hate this. Okay. I hate this so much.
It's interesting because I looked online and a lot of people thought it was pretty good. My initial thought, I didn't look at it in detail. I thought it was like, okay, well, they're trying something. Then I looked at it further, and you're right. I think the eel look with the eyes being really small and the really small pupils is what's really bothering me, because it just kind of looks. It doesn't look scary. It just looks kind of cartoony.
Yeah, it's not scary.
Right, it's cartoony, like trying to be scary. And then
it's like what Tim Burton would do.
Yeah,
it's like a Beetlejuice thing.
Yeah, it's almost like a step back. I have a couple of facts that I got from some articles. They said that this Godzilla will be the largest Godzilla yet at 118.5 meters, which is like 389 feet, which is taller than the other Toho tallest Godzillas. It is not a found footage film that a lot of people thought after seeing the teaser. But like Rugg said, I think it was just to get you in the mood and it's like old school Godzilla, people running around. And the release date is interesting. It's in July. And so they said this is the first time a Toho Godzilla movie has not been released in December since 1975's Terror of Mechagodzilla. Like, I guess they all come out in December.
Yeah, it's like a Christmas tradition. Not a Christmas, but they don't have Christmas there, I don't think, in Japan. Do they? I don't know. But it's just a winter thing.
They do.
So are they still shooting this? Is this thing done filming? Do we know?
I mean, it's 8 months away, so I don't know if they're still. I think they might be doing post-production stuff, maybe like effects and stuff.
You mentioned the creators. From what I read, like this is a dream team for Godzilla for them to get these two.
I don't know. I mean, everybody says that. I mean, Bilotti would probably see. Bilotti has. I talked to him about this, and he's very optimistic. Like everybody's initial reaction was like they saw the poster and they were like, "What the fuck is this?"
He seemed to like it though, right?
But then
he seemed to like it.
But then they warm up to it after a while. They're like, I get it, okay. And I've seen other artists interpret it and draw it and everything, and draw it from a different angle. This angle's very awkward. It's like you're looking up into to the side of him, and it's not the best angle to see what he looks like. So I'm gonna hold out and wait to see what it looks like from another angle, and maybe what the body looks like. And if it continues to follow suit of what I've already seen, I'm going to pretty much hate this movie on principle already, just how he looks.
And will there be other monsters? How badly do you want there to be other monsters?
I don't think they're going to do other monsters. I think they're going to actually recreate the first movie where it's just people versus Godzilla.
The same goddamn movie they're making again.
I think that is a mistake if they don't have any other monsters, but that's the vibe I've gotten to when I've read it. Like Rug Boy, I don't initially like it all that much, but I'm willing. I think I might get used to it if the body looks okay and if the movie is good. But
what I'm worried about more than anything is not just the look of it. It's whether it's going to be able to emote in a way that's going to be representative of like a new era of Godzilla. Like I said this 1,000 times, and I'm repeating myself, but they don't Godzilla doesn't emote at all in these movies that much. Like he's very limited in his range of stuff. He can maybe blink his eyes or maybe tilt his head a little bit. So I was hoping for a little bit more expressiveness.
This thing looks like it has no motion.
Well, the problem is with those little eyes, and I'm glad you brought up the eel, is that it just looks kind of cartoony, almost like cartoony psychotic sort of look. But that's the only look it's going to be able to accomplish is with those eyes, is because the pupils aren't big enough to emote anything. So, I mean, I'm just looking at it and imagine those eyes like moving around like side to side, and it look cartoony, look like you said, like the Nightmare Before Christmas sort of thing.
You think this is a shot of the suit or what are the animatronics?
I don't know. I don't know what's going into this. I don't know if there's a puppet or if it's like an animatronic puppet or if it's an actual suit.
I think they're doing both. I think they're doing CGI and suits from what I've read.
See, that's the thing though. It's like, I mean, those things never meld together unless they're like, there's something to blur the line. Like they use CG for a lot of underwater shots.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're underwater, it changes the view of it. It's a little bit distorted. So it works underwater, but to have a monster shot and then you remember when in Godzilla 1985 where they had that puppet for the head and it didn't match the rest of it, like the rest of the man in suit? Yep. I have a feeling that's going to happen again.
Boy.
I hope that doesn't, because I mean, it's 2015 or 2016. That should not happen.
Yeah, but design shouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
right. You're right.
Already on the wrong to begin with. Look,
No.
listener, check out. I'll put a link in the show notes. There's a cool article at sci-fi.com, and it has some fan art. And there's a piece.
Let me make a quick comment because
yeah.
before I dropped my water and
Okay.
I couldn't figure out how to prop up my phone. I've got it propped up.
Everything
now,
looks and sounds great now, dude.
Yeah. Just real quick on that teaser. I just don't understand Japanese teasers because they don't really. That one didn't show anything. That could have been a teaser for any movie. But that's my only comment on that teaser.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you think that got people excited over there to see this? Like, people running around.
I don't understand I mean, it must just be a different philosophy over there.
It looks just like it's just like Rush Hour in Tokyo. That's all that looked like. Like, I don't even think they were running from anything. It was just a normal day. They just filmed it. And they're like, this is a teaser.
I just don't get the Kool-Aid drinking that's going on with these fanboys. Like, I am pretty like vehement about my hate for this design, and like all these like they're like, you have to give it a chance. You have to get it's like what is this, the Mets? Like, you know, it's like that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm like a sports fan that has a team that sucks, and they're like, no, it's good, it's good.
So Bilotti, that's Bilotti right now.
Not just Bilotti. Bilotti's actually he's expressed that he wasn't like thrilled with it, but he's got to give it the benefit of the doubt because it's. I've
been on some pretty credible sites and that these kind of movies, and there's a lot of people that like this design.
We need Bilotti to give us a Bilotti-Zilla design.
If you go on Birth Movies Death, those commenters aren't like trolls at all, and more than half of them have been like, I like it. Yeah, they like it.
I actually was gonna get Bilotti to come on, but I just dropped the ball. I was so busy I couldn't.
We'll play spots at some point. Maybe we'll have them send a speak pipe or something.
Maybe closer to the movie. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the movie's supposed to come out next summer, right?
July. Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that a lot more stuff's gonna come out in the next couple of weeks. So
for sure.
Again, listener, check out this link in the show notes. I just want to point out there's an awesome piece by Matt Frank in this one article of this design. I really like his drawing. We gotta move on, but Anthony, I was gonna throw it to Anthony next, but he's readjusting his camera at the moment, and because we have some hold on please, Rug. So you're excited for Godzilla? You're excited?
No, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens, but I don't like the design. So let's throw that out there. I don't like what I've seen so far.
We'll bring you breaking news of this Toho movie as it unfolds on the show, listener.
Breaking news. That's awesome.
Godzilla news only here, not the Kaiju Cast. Moving on, Anthony has some jock news that he wants to discuss that I kind of want to discuss. Anthony, why don't you take it from there?
Sure. So we're recording this on Friday. What's the date? December 11th. Okay. So tomorrow, December 12th, UFC 194, Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo and Conor McGregor, as well as another title fight, Chris Weidman, Luke Rockhold, might be the biggest UFC card of the year just because of Conor McGregor's popularity. So just wanted to bring that up. That's happening tomorrow.
Dude, so for the regular listener, or if you haven't heard, we did a UFC 189 preview show where the storyline back then was Conor McGregor was supposed to fight Aldo, and then Aldo got hurt, right, in training?
Right, correct.
And so then he fought, what the fuck was that guy's name?
He fought Chad Mendes for the interim title at 145 and won. And now they're setting up a match now between Aldo and McGregor tomorrow where they unify the belts.
This is like
unified belts.
Wow. So it's like champ versus champ, pretty much. Like in the middle, champ versus the champ before. Like that's crazy.
Right.
So we actually got to just watch the weigh-in a couple hours ago, and that was fun. Seeing the crowd reaction. So the storyline continues, and actually, since by the time this posts, the fight will be done, I'll post the results in the show notes for the listener.
Sure.
So, all right. But Anthony, who do you want to win?
Who do I want to win?
Yeah.
For the sport, I mean, I don't have a rooting. I want Aldo to win because I think it'd be funny to see McGregor get shut up. But for the overall health of the sport, I think McGregor winning is actually a really good thing.
He's a loudmouth motherfucker. Is that why? Because he's got personality.
Yeah, he's just a huge personality, and he draws eyeballs.
I think that's why people hate him too.
I think that everybody was talking about that Rousey lost.
Yeah.
Right.
And everybody's going to be talking about how Conor McGregor lost.
Oh, snap.
Oh, shit.
Rug Boy's prediction.
There's nothing like a rematch, baby.
That's true. I heard people are like, they want Aldo to because he's such a loud mouth. They just want to fucking kick him in the mouth. They want all to kick him in the mouth and put him in his place.
The one thing, I mean, besides him winning and it being good for the sport, is Aldo's been the champ in that division for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So, I mean, it'd be nice to have a new champ.
Two very opposite personalities, though. Like, you have an outspoken showman, and then you have a dude who can't speak English, and he's kind of quiet and intense. Now, from all I know from watching the weigh-in, there's a lot of Irish fans there. Like, he came on, the whole place.
It's in Las Vegas,
and then fucking Aldo came on, and they were fucking booing the shit out of him. I was like, God damn.
If anything, the Irish fans.
Yeah,
Irish fans are passionate.
There's gonna be a lot.
They're the most passionate fans.
There's gonna be a lot of drug fights in Vegas this weekend, people. I tell you what.
It's crazy. There's gonna be. I mean, people have been talking about. There's bound to be a million fights in the stands because not only are the Irish fans crazy passionate, but Brazilian fans travel pretty well too.
Yeah.
And they're hot-headed too.
Holy
so
shit,
it'll
it's
be
gonna be a bloodbath.
insanity.
They're hot-headed and they have a beautiful bikini wax.
Yes, they do.
Right.
They don't like Brazilian women. Like, I'm really interested to see what happens. So, listener, check a link in the show notes. There'll be a link to the results. We don't know, but you'll know by the time you listen to this. It's all weird, time shifty shit. It's fun, people. Also, apparently the Rousey-Combe fight rematch has a date.
Home
I
fight.
keep saying the wrong name. Whatever. Rousey and the
Yeah.
leader.
It's a July UFC 200.
200.
So that'll be a huge show. It's in the new arena in Las Vegas that they're building. But
so that's not even
the last time
how many
What's that?
months is that between
July?
Yeah, between the last, like, she's not even giving herself a year, is she?
It's like 8
No.
months.
Wow.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8 months, somewhere around there. It'll be a huge fight. They'll do a ton of business for it, and she will probably lose again.
Look, you can grow a kid in that time, so you could probably grow your muscles in that time.
Damn, dude, 200. Like, you think she'll be ready? You think she's gonna lose again, huh? Wow.
If she loses again, her career is over. You know that, right?
She has said if she loses again, she will walk away from the sport. She recently did an interview on ESPN about.
She's gonna be a washed up, twice beaten. She's gonna be like a Mike Tyson if she doesn't win.
I can see how Dana White and UFC would kind of want, like, you want McGregor, and now you kind of want Holly Holm to be the face.
No, you want Rousey. They want Ronda to win. They're doing the immediate rematch because first off, it's gonna make a ton of money, but second, Ronda there are ways for her to win the fight, but they want her to win. For sure.
Look, the deal with Ronda Rousey is, and I know we're getting off track from Conor McGregor, but the thing is that everybody's been studying how to fucking take this bitch down.
Yeah.
Like she's been on the top for a while, so everybody's been like analyzing the shit out of her. So she has to now change her game and be unpredictable, and that's the way she'll win.
Yeah, they all know her. They know her shtick, man. I mean, you're gonna watch her tapes very carefully and figure it out. So. All right, we'll see if that'll be fun.
That'll be interesting.
Godzilla and Rousey rematch next summer, people. All right,
I would watch that. I would pay to see that,
dude. Godzilla versus Rousey. I think we should.
You just give Ronda Rousey some of Ant-Man's Giant Man stuff.
Yeah.
She just becomes giant Ronda Rousey.
Oh my
God!
God.
You could shrink Godzilla.
Or you could shrink Godzilla.
Or you could shrink.
That's even funnier.
I would like to see a giant Ronda Rousey, like that one movie where that lady was huge.
Yeah,
what movie was that?
I think
Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
That's it.
Yeah, that one.
Who would win?
Exactly.
Rousey, giant Rousey versus Godzilla, giant size. Who wins?
Well, before UFC 193, you would have gone death, taxes, and Ronda Rousey by armbar. So I would have predicted that.
I say Mike Ditko wins. He wasn't even at the fight, and he still won the fucking thing.
I say Chuck Norris wins.
Yeah, Chuck Norris wins everything, and then
Bolo Young,
Jack Bauer. Oh,
Bolo
Young, big guy.
They're doing McGregor jokes now, like kind of like Chuck Norris jokes. I saw a couple of those on the interwebs.
Oh no, Conor McGregor's been like
Jesus walks on water, and Conor McGregor swims on sand, or I don't know, like something like that.
All right, moving on. The next bit of news. There's still tons of shit we got to get through.
Let's get through it.
We love Marvel's Jessica Jones. We're going to be recording our review soon. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, jockandnerd.com, and you'll get that show. It's going to be great. But we were talking about Netflix show after Luke Cage, Iron Fist. So a little update. Iron Fist has a showrunner. This dude's name is Scott Buck. And his previous credits include stints on writing 6 Feet Under, Rome, Dexter, Everybody Loves Raymond, and Coach. So he's done some really great HBO shows like 6 Feet Under and Rome. amazing. And basically, and also real quick, the synopsis that they have now for the Netflix series: returning to New York City after being missing for years, Daniel Rand fights against the criminal element corrupting New York City with his incredible kung fu mastery and ability to summon the awesome power of the fiery Iron Fist. So, white guy learning karate, coming back, being better than Asians who know karate.
Sounds a lot
Potential.
like Hero.
Something, yeah. Sounds like a lot of things. Sounds like that Tom Cruise movie where he was a samurai and he was a better samurai than the actual samurai. Did that make any sense?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
He's taller.
So
Anyway.
it looks like we're gonna have Iron Fist coming to Netflix. They're getting it going.
That's awesome.
Can't be more excited. Next thing, you guys, did you see the trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I saw that.
I did see
We'll
that.
have this in the show notes if you guys haven't seen it.
They're,
What'd you think?
they're trying to get asses in seats, man. They got Bebop, Rocksteady, and Megan Fox in a schoolgirl outfit.
There's-
So I think all bases are covered.
You know what? You're right. There's something for everyone. There's for the kids. They can get into all the toys coming to life. For like their parents, they'll be like, "Holy shit! Look at Megan Fox in the fucking schoolgirl outfit." But it's like they're taking that cartoon and bringing it to life, and it's fun. I don't know if it's gonna be good. It's flashy.
It's a different director. And apparently, this
Oh.
director is more of a Teenage
I'll put a
Mutant
link
Ninja
in
Turtle
here.
fans than the previous one. I didn't see the previous one. I still can't get over how like the faces on these things, like putting a human nose on a turtle is just awful. But I mean, it looks fun. It looks like.
Did
I
you
mean,
see the other? Nobody saw the other one.
I've not seen the first one.
I didn't.
I
Did
saw
you?
it.
What'd you
Yes, I
think?
did. I want to watch it again.
Really?
But yeah, I do because I haven't seen it in a while and I forgot most of it. I just knew that Shredder was ridiculous looking.
Like it's not just pandering to kids and shit.
I think Shredder now is going to be actually Asian instead of
Oh,
that
that's
first
cool.
one. I don't think he
That's-
was.
The thing I didn't like was basically it's hard for me to get over that the turtles were gigantic
hmm
because they're like huge.
They are
in this-
pretty.
They're like
they're
8
beefy.
feet tall.
Yeah, they're like these. Well, but they
Like
were
how the fuck are you
mutated.
gonna hide? Yeah, well, I know they're mutated, but I mean they're incredible. Everybody's trying to make the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
yeah,
does-
that's true.
They're supposed to be ninjas. They're supposed to be
the-
like slender and lithe, and they're supposed to be able to. I said lithe.
Live.
Doomsday kind of looks like one of the turtles, actually.
He does.
Yeah, Doomsday could just put a bandana on
he
and
would
start
be like
fucking doing
The
karate.
fifth turtle. Now it does feature everyone's favorite Green Arrow, one Mr. Stephen Amell as Casey Jones. That it looks like he's having fun in the role. But
The problem I saw with this trailer, and I mean, I don't take this trailer seriously because it's just supposed to be a fun movie, so I'm not gonna go too hardcore in depth on it. But the CGI still to me looks bad. Every time there's just CGI characters, it looks like CGI. Like it still is taking me out of it. Like it
It's like a
doesn't-
video game.
Yeah, it looks like
yeah,
a video
it
game.
looks very, and like Jordan.
And like when Stephen Amell's in it, the scenes with the turtles, it looks worse.
Yeah.
Like it's you can clearly point it
the
out.
weird
It's
like
CGI.
slow mo and they slow the action down. Like it just looks like a fucking game. Jordan of the Pie says those turtles are so ugly. They are really ugly. But
They're bad.
What about they brought Rocksteady and Bebop? Like these are ridiculous characters.
They look
together.
even more unrealistic.
Yes, they're like they just like it's Michael Bay produced, so it's gonna make fucking gazillion
See,
dollars, and the kids
the origin-
buy the toys.
The original Turtles was awesome because at least one of them, at least just one of them had a New York accent.
Yeah.
None of them have a New York accent.
Rafi had it, right?
Yeah, Raphael had a New York accent.
Plus, there was like martial art dudes in those suits, and they were like doing the moves. And you
I love
just
that first
bought
movie.
it.
It's
I
great.
do. It's-
The first one is great.
The first one is still great. I mean, it's I don't know if it holds up, but
No, it does.
My memory
I
of
like
it
it.
is I love it.
There's a fan made photo of just putting the first one's face, like their faces with that flatter nose on these turtles, and it looks a world of difference better.
Oh, really?
If they just would make the nose like how they made them in the original series, the turtles wouldn't look so stupid.
Agreed.
Yeah. They look creepy, and I don't know. All right, let's talk about a better trailer that came out just yesterday. Ruggs hasn't seen this. Ruggs, I just put the link in the chat, and there'll be a link in the show notes.
Should I watch it while you're talking about it?
Just fucking click it. Who cares?
What trailer?
X-Men Apocalypse.
I'm gonna
Oh,
mute
yeah.
it.
Just play it and
and
mute
just
it,
watch it.
and you'll see what happens. You'll see. It's kind of epic, and say what you will about Fox and Fantastic Four, they have a pretty good hold and grasp of this franchise. It's the ninth X-Men movie in the series. Anthony, what'd you think of this?
You know, it didn't look. I know we've made fun of Apocalypse a lot.
Yeah.
He didn't. That was my first thought. Is he didn't look actually half bad. Maybe it's the way they shot him and the lighting and the angles. But he didn't look all that bad. And the trailer for me actually was good. I've looked at other sites and people have been kind of criticizing it, but to me it looks pretty solid. It doesn't give away too much of the plot. Apocalypse's lines are cheesy on surface, but when it works for this trailer, and I'm kind of intrigued. I think it's going to be a lot of action, and I'm intrigued. According to Chris Sotelo, who we've had on the show, I talked to him about it, and he gave it his trailer approval thumbs up. So
solid
I'm on board if he thinks it's good. Yeah, solid.
I love that Apocalypse. Like I just put up this. I'll put this image in the show notes. This picture of Apocalypse, really huge, smashing down. Looks like Charles Xavier. So I love that they fixed Apocalypse, and he is going to be big. I loved seeing all the heroes and the young versions of these guys. I mean, you see everyone: Jubilee, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Storm. Mystique. Now, a couple of questions I have. We see Moira McTaggart in this? Didn't she get all mind wiped? Like, She did. Does she still remember any of these fucking people, or what's going on?
I don't know. That's a little weird. I forgot that she got mind wiped. My one nitpick of the trailer, or just the way that the franchise has gone, these past 3 movies, is the renewed focus on Mystique being this hero. And I know it's because Jennifer Lawrence has gotten popular.
Yeah.
But that's not really X-Men.
Mystique is not.
It's a real different Mystique.
Because Mystique is
it's purely because of Jennifer Lawrence.
She's supposed to be Nightcrawler's mom, but this is a different take. And you see her a lot as Jennifer Lawrence in this movie. Did you notice that?
Yep,
not
I noticed that.
The blue.
Yeah, well, it's because not only do they want Jennifer Lawrence's face out there, but she would be the 3rd blue character with Apocalypse and Nightcrawler
and Beast.
There's
4.
You're right.
Fucking blueies on this X-Men movie. I like this trilogy from First Class to Days of Future Past.
I do like it too.
This looks like a nice, and they erased all the beginning shit. Now we don't have Wolverine, but you will see the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in the form.
That was a great line where he was like 4 horsemen.
Like the Bible?
Did you take that from the Bible? Yeah, and they're like, no, maybe the Bible took it from him.
So like he's the original mutant. He's been around for millennia, and in this one, Psylocke, Magneto, Archangel, and Storm are Archangel. So Archangel.
Laura Ingalls.
Archie and Jughead are the 4 horsemen. Which I think just fucking the guy with the
Jesus Christ,
the guy with the wings was actually one of the four horsemen originally. So it's kind of cool that they're still using him.
I just hope they're able to do Apocalypse justice, because he is basically the Thanos / Darkseid of the X-Men universe.
Yeah. But you know what?
Who's the chick with the red hair? Is that Jean Grey?
Yeah,
Jean Grey,
which is the girl from Game of Thrones, which I'm glad I don't watch, because people are like, I don't buy her as Jean Grey from Game of Thrones. She's like Sansa. Yeah, Sansa. That's what Jordan said. So, but like, again, just like with Jessica Jones, I'm glad I didn't watch Doctor Who, because David Tennant to me is now the Purple Man. This chick is going to be young Jean Grey for me, and that's fine, you know? But she appears to have a lot more powers. There's shots of Apocalypse in Cerebro at one point, and then the final tag at the end is he's bald. Xavier just shows up bald somehow. I don't know how that happens. Like he was stressed out.
Ruggs, you finished the trailer?
Yes, I did.
Let's get your thoughts, because me and Imran been bullshitting.
I mean, it definitely has an epic feel to it. It feels like it's a big movie with a lot of CG and a lot of effects and a lot of dramatic stuff. You got the Mystique coming back as a good guy, I guess, fighting for the good guys. You got, I don't know, Magneto and Professor X are going to work together. You got all these new characters being introduced. You got Storm with the mohawk.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. You got Olivia Munn, who's really hot,
Psylocke.
And she's going to be Psylocke, which is perfect casting, if you ask me.
Yep. She looks just like the comic book Psylocke.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters in this movie. I'm glad to see Quicksilver. There's a scene in there. I got this other article. It says that there's a 3-minute Quicksilver scene that took 1.5 months to shoot for a 3-minute sequence. Like he spent the most time on set doing this scene, so that sounds exciting. And again, watching this, I gotta know how the fuck are they gonna beat this guy? Like this guy just seems fucking crazy powerful.
I really don't think he really quite looks right, but Apocalypse, but whatever.
He might evolve. Yeah.
He might
The only
evolve.
thing I wonder about this film is all the X-Men films have kind of been, an analogy for race relations and gay, rights and all that stuff. I wonder if this film is still going to tackle that, or if it's just going to be about a world-ending villain. I wonder if it's going to be more.
Yeah, I mean, the synopsis makes it seem like that it's a threat of giant.
It makes it seem like
That's
apocalypse movie,
right?
No pun intended.
Right, like apocalypse, literally and figuratively. Maybe there's maybe they're gonna sneak in something else.
No, that's always going to be a main thing. It's always going to be something.
It's
that
always a
people are
metaphor for something.
Right.
It looks good, man. I'm
Looks
excited
good.
for that one. Okay, 2 more quick things, and then we're gonna get to this week's shows. Apparently, Frank Miller, awesome artist and writer, has not seen Daredevil, and also has said that the Elektra in Daredevil 2 season 2 is not Elektra. Call her what you want, she's not my Elektra. Like sounding kind of like a bitter old man, kind of like a little Alan Moore weirdo thing going on. What do you think this is about, guys?
Is he talking about Elektra, like the one Jennifer Garner played, or the one that?
No,
the Elektra's
he's talking
coming
about
up in
Lodi Young.
season 2. Yes, he's talking.
He's basically,
about it.
so you got to give him context. He's basically was at a Comic-Con and they were asking him about Daredevil, and he said he acknowledged that he doesn't even seen it. He's basically pissed off that Marvel even brought back Elektra because he created her and had her killed in his run.
Yeah,
And he's just bitter. So I mean, he's just an ass. That's all I got.
I thought that was
well, I mean, I think it's weird that Elodie Young, who's kind of an Asian mix, is playing Elektra, but I mean, I could get down with it. Maybe if it's crazy when people cast things. And you have an established character. You can't just change things, but people do it all the time, and you just got to get over it. I guess.
Mean, it can be argued that this is an adaptation of works, but he hasn't even watched any of the show or seen anything, and he's talking fucking smack already. Like that's hilarious.
And a lot of that series was based off of one of his runs on Daredevil.
Yeah,
so.
a big, really good one. So, I wonder why. Maybe they didn't put his name in the credits. Maybe him and Wally Wood were removed from the Daredevil credits. Wally Wood will get his credit. Finally, the last thing, people, and I put this in for Rug Boy. Rugs, Amazon is going to bring back The Tick with Ben Edlund writing and producing and everything.
The cartoon?
Amazon. No, live action Tick.
With Putty?
Well, they don't know if Patrick Warburton is it has to be him. That hasn't been nailed down, but Edlund's on board to fucking run the thing. And I was like, right on. I love The Tick. Let's have more live
I'm
action.
down with that. That should be a good watch.
Right? Why not? All right, that's about it. Let's get to this week's TV shows, people.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast. Spoiler alert.
Hey, this is the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk about this week's new shows. Let's start with Supergirl, which Anthony has not seen.
Well, you hit that spoiler alert button, but I just want to reiterate, from now on, if you're listening to this podcast and you don't want to be spoiled, fucking skip this shit, or keep listening and you'll be spoiled, and we told you so.
And there's there's time
while you
codes.
guys talk about Supergirl, I'm just going to take a piss.
All right. So this Rugs, you watch this?
Yeah.
Okay. Season 1, episode 7. Another goddamn pedantic title, Human for a Day. I wonder what the fuck this episode is going to be about.
Well, you said that it was something like psychosomatic, which it wasn't. They just threw this like thing that's supposed to be canon, like it's like something that happens to Superman all the time. Like, oh, he just needs to recharge his batteries for a couple of days, so his powers go away. That's bullshit. I've never heard that. They act like that shit happens all the time.
This is where they got it from, though. So, listener, if you don't remember, she used up all her heat ray vision to explode the red tornado last episode. It's what they referenced the name Solar Flare is the name of the move. This was started by Jeff Johns in the New 52 reboot of Superman. He gave him some limitations to where if he did this Solar Flare, his powers wouldn't work for like a day. He'd have to recharge, tying it more in to the yellow sun, and his powers. So they did act like this is a thing. It's a relatively new thing that started in 2000.
Bullshit. I'm glad I don't read the comics, because I would take that comic, take a huge shit, and wipe my asshole with it.
I started reading it. I don't read it anymore.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately. But
I do not like that one bit. The Solar Flare.
So her powers are depleted. So basically there's the two storylines. The A storyline is that she's sick. That's what I didn't understand. She was sick, and Callista Flockhart's so great. She comes in, she goes, "Who's sick?" and sends her home. While she's walking home, there's an earthquake, and then she comes back to work. Like, why? Why did she come back to Earth? Just because there's an earthquake? She's still sick. Go home. But it's all about her being powerless and trying to help people and trying to do it without powers. I like some of this. I like the part where she did put the suit on and tried to talk down that mugger, and James got a shot of it. And it was, her arm was shaking because it was broken, and he gets a shot at her just handing the gun over. I think that happened in the comic book too with Superman, so it was kind of a nice little thing. I don't know. What do you think of that storyline to get my powers back?
It was okay. I mean, as I said, I was sitting there watching it going, she should not lose her powers from doing that. So the whole time it's going on, I'm pissed off.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But if you just isolate that one moment, it was pretty heroic in a way. But no, I mean, like, it was hard for me to get over that whole way of thinking. I was like, what? The whole time I'm like, and then I was thinking, all right, if she just stripped naked and just went sunbathing, she'd be recharged in 2 seconds.
He needs more sun. I got too many clothes on me.
Yeah.
Now that's an idea that could work. She needs to go.
Go to
Brazilian
the equator.
Yeah. Give me all the sun you got. So that was the one storyline, and eventually she snaps out of it because James Olsen's falling in an elevator shaft. Blah blah blah. Yeah, and then Supergirl's back. Yeah. Now I was actually more interested in this other storyline regarding the sister and Hank Henshaw. It starts out where they're talking to this alien Gem, who they have in custody at the
Who was truly outrageous.
He's truly outrageous. It's not.
And he's
Gem.
purple.
That's a different Gem. He's purple. He's actually in the comic books. He's like a good guy. He's a Saturnian or something. He's son of Saturn, and he's like a benevolent prince. But in this one, he's kind of a villain. And the whole time he's talking to Henshaw, he's like, "I'm gonna expose you." So, anyways, the earthquake hits. The power goes down. He escapes. And Henshaw's all weird trying to catch this guy. He doesn't want anyone around. And he finally gets him, and we find out who he really is and what the story is with Alex Danvers' father and Henshaw. Here's what happened. Yeah. They went looking for this alien. He's telling this story. He goes, your father and Henshaw went looking for this alien. And DEO, he was a refugee. The alien they were looking for, he says, was a refugee looking for a safe place. The DEO wanted to get him and like kill him and imprison him. And Danvers, Alex's father, was the one who he sacrifices himself to save this refugee alien. And she's like, "How do you know this?" She's like, "You're the alien, are you?" So big reveal, he's fucking Martian Manhunter.
Oh shit.
And he's the Mexican man toucher.
He's the Mexican man toucher. That's the budget version of Martian Manhunter. I think they sold down.
That's the porn version.
Yeah. No, that's the Danny Trejo version.
Danny Trejo as Martian Manhunter would be awesome with like a chainsaw. Even though he doesn't need it because he's a Martian, he just still likes to use a chainsaw.
Has Danny Trejo he's been like that old all his life, huh?
Yeah,
I think even when he was young, he looked really scary and
like wrinkly.
Yeah, and wrinkly and tattooed, and like he would just fucking cut your head off.
Sorry, I took it
with a machete.
I took it down a rabbit hole.
Machete. So he goes, "My name is John Jones," and he reveals himself as Martian Man. And I went,
"Oh shit!"
Like occasionally, this show makes me do that, but I think he kind of saw it was heading there, and they did it. So I also learned that in an upcoming episode, before Kara finds out that Henshaw is Martian Manhunter, he's going to take her shape, and she's going to see Supergirl herself as Supergirl, like an out-of-body thing. And then probably they'll have to explain, no, that's the alien. He's helping us out. He's a good guy. So you didn't miss much, Anthony. That was the episode. I don't.
Oh, cool. Sorry.
So
just checking out my
then
phone.
At the very end, Astra returns and like grabs her, and it ends on a little cliffhanger there. So
yeah, Astra comes back out of nowhere, and then now you're like, oh, what's gonna happen with Astra?
So there's a couple more episodes before a finale or whatever. I don't even know if we're gonna review them, or we'll just catch up later. I don't.
Okay, let's. Did you like it?
You know what? I liked it just like
I thought it was great.
Tiny percent better. It was the Jock's favorite show. Let's move on to the next show. Fucking Supergirl.
Prepare to be spoiled.
All right, we're going to talk about this week's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was the mid-season finale, winter finale entitled Maveth, Season 3, Episode 10. which is the name of that
That's a
planet.
running theme this week, mid-season finales.
The rest of these will all be these winter finales, and we'll talk about where the Jock and Nerd Weekly will be going at the end of these shows. But we pick up right where we left off from last week. They jump through the portal, and they end up on this planet Maveth, that's the Hebrew word that was on the scroll that means death. Apparently, planet's name is death. Right?
Maveth.
My
wife Maveth.
So
Macbeth?
This was, I don't know, lots of things happened. I thought this was a pretty strong episode in terms of some decisions some characters made and the status of certain guys. Where should we start? What do you guys like?
Look, whenever you watch S.H.I.E.L.D., things happen.
Yeah, things
You might not like
happen.
it, but things are going to happen.
Yeah. I loved a lot of fun references too. I love Phil Coulson, like the memory of Rosalind wakes him up on the planet and he goes, God damn, Tatooine. Like he does a Star Wars reference. Apparently he's a big Star Wars fan. So I enjoyed the Star Wars reference there.
How about you, Anthony?
I mean, I didn't like it as much as Imran did. Imran was raving about it when I talked to him. I thought it was solid. I think the biggest thing was, obviously, I'm just jumping ahead, but that they finally resolved the Coulson Grant Ward thing. And it's like, I didn't think they would actually do anything to Grant Ward. And for them to actually go ahead and kill off this character that we've grown to like or love or hate through 3 seasons is a big step forward, and something I think that was kind of holding the show back. I think it needed to progress a little bit off of Grant Ward, because Grant Ward, at the end of the day, is I think his arc was done.
He's not technically dead, though.
He's not dead, though.
He's not dead.
What a shakeup. Here's what I did.
In this show, they could totally bring him back because he's not technically dead. He's got this demon in him now, this little snake demon thingy.
So, but this is what I understand. Coulson catches up to Ward and Fitz and like takes out all the guys.
Right.
And then he like takes him with him. Like, why didn't he just kill him right there? Like once he caught up with him,
he needed to know where they were going. They needed to know the coordinate or the whatever they were calling it, the point where they were opening up the portal.
Oh, he knew where the
Grant
portal
Ward
was.
knew it was. Yeah.
Okay. He needed to know where the slack hole was.
He needed to know where that slack hole was. So they have a fight. There's a double fight, which is awesome because Coulson and Ward have a final smackdown while Fitz is trying to. We find out Will did die after saving Gemma, and whatever it is that's killing the planet was in Will. He was the creature, and so it was great because the whole time Fitz and is like trying to be buddies with Will. Like he's trying to like make things cool, and you're like, oh, Fitz, he's being a good guy, and like he's helping him, and you feel for him until you find out that this is the fucking guy the whole time, which that got me. I didn't see that coming.
Well, evidently, when the thing takes you over, it has your memories.
Yeah, I was just going to point that out because that was a little confusing too. How would he know? But it must have your memories.
It must have all your memories. So while Coulson and Ward are fighting, Fitz like shoots him in the back and then hits him with a flare gun. Which finally excites.
Shoots Will.
He shoots Will. Fitz shoots Will with the flare gun. Finally ignites him, and he's yelling to Coulson. He's like, "Let's go! The portal's closing." And Coulson's got Ward down on the ground. And at one point, I actually thought Coulson was going to grab him and be like, all right, let's go. Like, I thought that's what was going to happen, that Coulson was going to fucking wimp out, but he doesn't. He pulls, what an intense scene, dude. Clark Gregg was great. Like a great silent look. He crushes Ward's chest with his fucking robot arm.
Oh, shit.
And then, like a Michael Corleone in Godfather, takes the hand off, drops it, and walks away. He's like, leave the gun.
Like dropping the murder weapon.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Like, that's total fucking gangster move right there. He's like, fucking drops the mic right on him. And I was like, holy fuck, dude. He just...
That was badass. The only issue with that is that I don't think Coulson can actually whoop Ward's ass in a fight.
Well, that's why he had to crush his chest with his robot hand. That was the only.
No, wasn't Ward already injured?
He was injured. He was
shot him. He shot him, and then
I still feel like Ward can whoop Coulson's old man ass any day.
Man, and I love the look Coulson gives Fitz at the end, where he's like, "Let's not tell anyone what really happened over there." But then the little snaky alien thing, we see it crawl out of the eye of Will, and at the very end tag scene, Malik's driving, and you're like, "All right, what the fuck?" Ward is in the street with Coulson's hand, and the alien is like in his head. Like, first of all, how the fuck did he get there? Did he get through the same portal? How did he get there so fucking quickly already? How's he back on Earth?
No, I think what happened was, didn't the whole place blow up?
Yeah.
So he must have like came through as it
He
was.
must have,
blowing
yeah,
up.
he must have came through as the missiles were shooting up that castle.
Oh, they did. They at the last minute they fired on the castle. That was another great tense moment because you didn't know. How about Mac, dude? Mac
Mac was
a great
awesome.
director. He should be fucking director. Coulson needs to just let Mac run the ship because you got great command. He's like, no, what part of an order do you not understand? This is what we're fucking doing. But he could see things like from a different perspective, and it's not like Coulson has always had an agenda, and he was fucking.
I don't know if it's like Max, the actor that's playing him, the physical charisma, or just his voice. But him in that role of being a director just works for me better than Coulson ever did.
He seems very aloof.
He's very big too. He's like
cold.
large.
He's like cold. He's like, we're doing this.
Well, he's the by the book guy. And what's awesome is he kind of sends the Secret Warriors on like a soft launch mission. Like you kind of.
Well, that's the cool thing because he is a by the book guy, but then he sends the Secret Warriors out, which is a team of Inhumans that he initially never liked,
right,
and never thought he was always wary of.
Yeah,
so.
He didn't trust them. He was always questioning it, but he's like, look. I gotta put you guys in. I got nobody. But what's awesome, dude, you got Daisy as Quake, you got Lincoln with his little electricity powers, and you got Joey Gutierrez melting shit.
He was funny.
Oh, I love Joey. Great lines where he's like, should I get that or something? There's all these lines where he's like, is that the one where you move things with your mind or where you can read your mind? He's like, oh, okay, just making sure we're on the same page. And then I love
it's cool seeing him too because everyone on that show is so sure of themselves.
Yes.
And he isn't, and it's fun because he's like a kid playing with these new toys, basically.
And he's such a good-hearted guy. And I love he didn't know that he could melt those bullets. I don't think, and it just happened. He's like,
I'm bulletproof.
Holy shit, I'm bulletproof! Like that was a great use of his powers and him melting the grate. All fun stuff. I love Joey G.
One of the things I didn't like though,
there's some stupid decisions. Yeah.
Was that whole thing with fucking Lash?
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up. Simmons maybe
that's so dumb.
Yeah, maybe she did not make the best choice in releasing him. Could she have survived without releasing him?
I think that was her only choice, though.
Right,
to release him.
She lets him go, and he does protect her, and then proceeds to kill all the stockpiled Inhumans that they had waiting to form this army for whatever it is when it gets back, which is kind of horrific. He just fucking killed all of them. So.
We need to find out. They need to stop dragging the second half of the season. They can't drag out why Lash is doing all this stuff. I want to know why.
I think people are confused. I still think,
but I don't want to see him killing Inhumans again in the second half without any reason for why.
It's the worthiness. They got to explain. Look, I have the sense that I'll know who's going to be worthy to be an Inhuman.
You're basing that off of what you've read in the comics.
That's his character. In
the casual viewer doesn't know
they
that.
haven't. So that's what I feel. I feel like they haven't explained that for a lot of people in the show, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. Now, before he kills the alien guy on the planet, he reveals a couple of interesting things. He says that there was 9 cities on this planet, and they actually see a city. Could that be Adelan? Or what's left of it? And he says, what's going on now with the Inhumans? Has this all happened before on that planet? He pretty much said that he didn't destroy the planet. The people there kind of destroyed themselves because they couldn't get their shit together.
They also kind of built a monument to Hydra.
Yeah, there was a Hydra sculpture in the fucking sand, which was crazy.
I don't think it's Adelan. This show is not. This show, in my opinion, this show won't have that big an impact on any Marvel movie.
You don't think so? Even with this Hydra deal and this reveal, I feel like some of it.
No, I agree with Anthony. They're backing off because they built up this bad guy this whole time, and it's just it's a newt. It's like a little snake.
It's a little fucking CGI slithery thing. Right. Is that really? But so is Ward. So Ward's going to be the big bad, you think, for the remainder of the season?
Well, yeah, like Zombie Ward,
or whatever he is. Yeah. Alien Ward,
whatever that thing is. And Rug Boy brings up a good point. I wish it was more of a tangible character rather than like the slime moving from thing to thing.
Plus, we don't really know what this thing wants. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a malicious, evil thing that it wants. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. It was good though. I mean, I agree, Imran. It was a good episode, and a lot happened, and there were things that happened that were worthy of putting a mid-season finale on it.
I mean, it was a dead, not dead thing that everyone does, but I didn't mind it. I was like, oh, all right.
Well,
cool.
Ward is dead. I mean, they could easily bring him
Yeah.
back, but like this was, it felt like a moment that was important for the show, finally killing
Because
Ward.
the actual character of Ward, but he's going to act like Ward is going to confuse people. Lots more death or whatever. I love seeing everyone together, though, when everyone got together and you see the whole fucking team there. You're like, God damn, there's a lot of good people on this team, when they all finally.
You're like, holy shit, this is a huge cast.
Yeah, it's very, and you know what? They're handling the ensemble-ness pretty good. Nothing. Everyone has their moment. It moves fairly well. Nothing, and at least in this episode, everything was kind of nicely pieced together. So,
yeah, I agree.
All right. Anything else, Ruggs? Any final thoughts?
No, I enjoyed it. I've been enjoying Shield. I think it's always pretty strong. There's always a cringeworthy thing happening in each episode where you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But like, for the most part, I enjoyed everything that happens. Like, there's a lot of shows that we watch where I'm just like, all right, let's get to the point here. Who gives a shit? But Shield's actually entertaining from start to finish.
And I like where it's been going this season. So far, good. You really have to invest time, but the payoff is there if you hang in there. Like the payoff with these climactic episodes and moments is always good. So Shield isn't returning until March 8th, but before that, Agent Carter will premiere January 19th. I have some more dates coming up. Okay, let's go to the next show.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
We will be talking about this week's another winter finale on the CW, The Flash, Season 2, Episode 9, titled Running to Stand Still. Now, like I just said, how the Supergirl title, Human for a Day, is so fucking stupid and spoon-fed. The Flash, this is an example of a good way to use a title. Running to Stand Still, a little bit obvious running pun, but I'd maybe think of like the U2 song. It's a great U2 song. I think it's on Joshua Tree called Running to Stand Still. But kind of a clever title. Then this is our Christmas episode for the mid-season finale here, isn't it, guys?
It was.
What did you think? Now, we are coming off of that awesome crossover last week that many have said maybe should have been the finale because that was fucking awesome. I'll agree that this episode, there's some cheesy parts. It was still fun.
A lot of crying.
There's a lot of crying, a lot of revelation, but I kind of like last week's better. So I don't know.
There was it felt for me, I like this episode actually a lot.
Okay.
I liked it more than I like Shield. I think for me, the only thing that bogged this down is that since they took the week off to do the crossover, they had like 3 things that they had to get to really quick.
That's
the reveal of
what it
Wally West, Zoom's storyline, and then kind of the formation of the what the fuck do you call those Flash? The Rogues, sort of like the half Rogues.
Yeah, but
so you had 3 things going on.
It was a lame attempt at Rogues, and Arrow was the same way. It's like that crossover could exist on its own, and like literally just went back to like what was going on before without even being like.
It kind of halts momentum of what the main storyline was.
Yeah, and
so then they have to like catch up.
Yeah. That's maybe what was bugging me. I love the start where we see Wells 2 getting chased by Zoom, all cool and sideways, and he grabs him, and it's just like Merry Christmas. I don't know why he says Merry Christmas.
So obviously Zoom is back, and he's got his powers,
and he's Christian. Yep. He celebrates Christmas. So there's a clue right there. We don't know who Zoom is. Someone in the chat asked earlier, who is Zoom? We'll give you our guesses at the end. When we
Zoom's still, I mean, the character design on Zoom is one of the best.
He looks scary,
he looks
dude.
awesome. Yeah.
Did you think his lines were a little ham-fisted, maybe a little cheesy this episode at all?
I honestly didn't notice. So.
Okay.
No, I don't remember anything being crazy.
Let's talk about that part. Throughout this whole episode, there's all this other shit going on, but Wells 2 is secretly meeting with Zoom, and Zoom wants something for him, and we don't find out till the end that Zoom is trying to make Barry super strong so that he could steal even more power, which to me is kind of a really stupid fucking plan, if you ask me. Because what if
where else is he gonna get the P-Force from?
He needs the P-Force, but like you can easily just make him so strong that he can beat you now. Like, really? This is your plan?
Let me get into that real quick. There's 2 things I like about that. There's a thing I like and a thing I don't like. The thing I don't like about that is it's basically the same storyline as last year when Wells was trying to power up Flash
Yeah. Oh,
that he could kill him.
I need
or
to
like
make
get-
you to kill
Yeah, I need to make
Yeah.
you to break you, basically.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the same shit.
It is.
What I do kind of like, though, is it's a twist on the Wells thing, because at the end of this episode, Barry forgives
yeah.
the Wells, and I'm
Yeah.
putting that in quotes, forgives Wells in quotes, because
Well,
this
Earth
isn't
One
the same
Wells.
Wells, and he acknowledges that. And
That's
that's a cool moment that he's finally like letting go of it. But
Yeah.
then this Wells is going to end up betraying him too. So like it's a twist on Wells betraying him. I kind of like that aspect where it's a good Wells having to do a bad thing, whereas the last year was
bad
bad Wells doing a good thing.
doing a
sort
good
of.
thing. Oh, and it's truly Earth 2 parallel. There was that theme of forgiveness ran through this whole episode. There was a lot of characters having to get over. The other guy forgiving was Joe West. Now, again, fucking Jesse L. Martin, dude. He makes me almost cry every fucking episode.
I think he cries every episode or every
He was
other
crying,
one.
but he's so good, dude. He was so devastated that when he found out that he has a son that he's neglected because his stupid ex-wife didn't tell him. Like, I felt so bad for him. Ruggs, what'd you think about the smelling the farts acting he was going?
I like the smell of fart acting.
Good.
I think he smelled a lot of farts.
Oh, he was, yeah.
I know. I mean, like, I like that they both told them, like, they told them together.
Yeah.
He walks into the room. He's like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So he knew something was up, and he did a great job acting. I thought that they brought him in, Wally West, in too soon. Like, he just pops in at the end.
And that whole exchange was kind of awkward too. They were just kind of
That
standing in front of each other, not doing it.
that bit, and I'm just gonna reference Arrow too. That bit felt rushed, just like the wedding of Felicity and Olive.
Oh,
felt
wait,
rushed.
we'll get to that. Fuck.
No, I'm just saying both.
Yeah.
That's the point though. Both
Yeah.
episodes
Yeah.
had so much they wanted to get through because of the momentum being stopped that they had to throw all this shit.
And again, we've said this is all because of Legends of Tomorrow. Really, that's the issue. And we were afraid something like this is going to happen. Hopefully now that it's moving forward, they can spread the shit out a little bit and not have to worry about once that thing is set up. Okay, so going back, the other storyline was Weather Wizard busts out the Trickster and Captain Cold.
Yep.
And he tries to form a little gang, and he wants to kill Barry. And he's like, "You guys in or what?" And Snart's like, I don't know about that. He's
Go
not
ahead,
in.
Ruggs.
Yeah.
And then I just want to jump in and be like, I still don't like Snart's acting.
Oh, really? Okay.
You don't buy it?
Yeah.
It's,
And like, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
it is a little smarmy,
who
like
talks like
over
that?
the top smarmy.
He's like, I don't want to. I just
No, like when they show up and when Snart's sitting there with his cup, he's like, "Hello, Barry. Nice house you have here." He's
And who talks like that?
He's like, "Have
Nobody does.
any
You're right.
marshmallows for my cocoa?" Like, what the fuck? What are you
Like,
doing?
okay, you got the Trickster,
Yeah.
who's basically the guy who plays the Joker in all the Batman cartoons, and Luke
Yes.
Skywalker. And he's acting his balls off. He's like really earning his fucking pay grade right there. He's
Right.
trying to be the most craziest thing that there is. And then you got Snart like being a douche.
Jordan in the chat likes my Captain Cold voice. Well,
Yeah,
hello,
you now that you bring this up, and I was gonna say I do like Snart's character development.
Yeah.
I like him being like this guy that has his own code or whatever. But now that you both bring it up, I do kind of wonder
not-
why he talks like that.
Yeah, it's
One
not
thing is
what
kinda
he
funny.
says, it's how he
That's
says
I'm
it.
saying
Right.
yes.
Yeah, you're right.
But again, this is another thing I think they need for Legends of Tomorrow. They're trying to pivot him and introduce him saying the word hero. I'm not a hero. I'm never going to be a hero. When we all fucking know you're going to be a hero because
I don't necessarily think this was Legends of Tomorrow build. I think it was just progression in
his
Snart's character that
yeah.
that he at least respects Flash to give him a warning, but he's not going to help him. He's not a hero.
Exactly. He goes, I'm out. I'm not going to help him kill him, but I'm really not going to help you out. Sorry, I don't want to help you
Right.
stop him either. He's like, I see.
Like he's just basically like these motives are stupid.
There
There's
was
nothing in this for
barely,
me.
but it was so lame. Like there was the three of them together. They wasted fucking Mark Hamill. I wanted to see more Trickster. Every time he talks, I just imagine him as the Joker, and it's so awesome. Like it still works. Everything he's doing.
I kind of liked all three of them together just because they all have really distinct personalities.
I wanted to see more of Trickster. I love how they loop back to the first time jump where Cisco figures out making the wand again for the first time for the second time. And Barry's like, no, that's going to work because you already timeline that I erased. I was like, that's awesome. Like they're looping things around. And apparently there's no trickster on Earth 2. Jay said, what do you think about Jay and Caitlin? That was a little bit annoying. It was too cutesy.
It was too much.
He should have given her the tongue and the mistletoe.
Something. And she's so
stupid. You should have licked his fingers and slipped them under there.
She's so gullible. Is that what you do?
That's what she wants.
What?
Is that what you do when you're underneath the mistletoe?
That's what felt.
Mistletoe is the direction to the camel toe. It's right there.
Toe to toe, people. Nice. We're going toe to toe on the Jogging
we go toe to toe. Mistletoe, camel toe.
Mistletoe, camel toe. All spots in between. But like he was like, there's no Christmas on Earth 2, and like she kept falling for it. I was like, what is this? This is fucking stupid.
There's no penis on.
No. There's no. We don't have women on Earth 2. Can you show me?
It was the splash of CW that every Flash and Arrow episode has, which is that forced romance.
Yeah.
I was like, why? Like Kate went like she's already over Firestorm. That's what got me. Is like,
that was over pretty quickly. She doesn't even know if he's dead or what. He could be.
Hey,
like,
listen.
Didn't it occur to you if people are coming from this universe that maybe fucking Ronnie is in the other universe over there? Like, it didn't occur to her at all?
No, it does not. Women, they just swing from one branch to the other. That's what they do.
On to the next one then.
Also, it's like everyone on these shows, both Flash and Arrow, they all just sleep with one another.
Nobody's getting laid on Flash.
Nobody's done anything.
That's true. They all give each other nice pecks on the cheek and shit.
Yes, they do. And there's cutesy moments. How about a little bit contrived moment was how they found out his fucking location by the reflection in his eye. They had an enhanced moment. They were like, enhance. Oh, that's Mr. Jiggle Wiggle. And I just love that he had to say Mr. Jiggle Wiggle.
It's not unbelievable that the Flash team would figure that out.
It's very unbelievable.
Patty figuring it out though is ridiculous.
She's Batman.
She's totally Batman. I mean, I liked a little more reveal about, why she's going after Martin and that she put the boot on Barry as the Flash and was about to pop Martin. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, woman? I mean, it was a little over the top acting, but the fact that she could have saved her dad and went out and did silly things or whatever she said. And
I'm tired of the cliche that every goddamn good person on a show has to have a tragic past. I'm tired of that shit. Yeah, I'm tired of that shit.
Everybody has a tragic past.
Normal people can become heroes.
Everyone should be a fucking hero. One time I ordered a double cheeseburger and they gave me a single, and I was traumatized and I became Burger Man.
Yeah, maybe Patty Spivot went to the movies and saw the Hunger Games and wanted to fucking be a female hero.
She's
why does she have to have a dark past?
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe she just wants to kick ass because she's got she likes to kick ass.
And then the parents dying and then the kid blaming it on themselves. Like, I'm tired of that shit too. Like, stop. Please stop.
That's everybody.
My dad could have been alive if I would have done my laundry that day. And my dad had to do the laundry and then he died.
Listen, with great power comes great something. I don't know how the rest of it goes, but how cool was it that Martin can fly and that Barry ran over a helicopter? I thought that was kind of cool.
That was cool. That was
some cool.
I ran on the blade of a helicopter.
Oh, how about I have another fucking nitpick. The fucking way they diffused the bombs. So he gave out gifts with 100 bombs, and I had to rewind it.
Oh my god!
I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
Don't gloss over this. This is ridiculous.
This is the worst use of science. So. What was their explanation?
They just turned to each other and go, magnets, bitch, and that was it.
It was magnetism. So
what?
The only logic in this is it has to be like some sort of special metal that was in each of these bombs that's only in these bombs because otherwise it was magnetism.
They had to reverse No, but there was something about we're going to reverse the dimensional gravitation of the field and
that was
what the fuck?
And there were 100 presents, right? Remember this. There were 100 presents and they were given out to random kids. When they show the shot of all the presents
it's all coming from the same place.
Same neighborhood, yeah.
They're all in the one neighborhood. So, see, there's a lot of lazy writing in this episode. I felt like they just could try it a little bit harder. I don't know.
I
yeah,
like
there were some cringe. There were some cringe-worthy things like that whole like MacGuffin with the presents. I was watching it and I was like, "Oh, you fucks, you fucky fucks, you fuckity fucks."
I think it's rough when you have so they had the Weather Wizards like wand thing, and so they had two MacGuffins in this, which is a little rough.
Yeah, it was very, very convenient for everyone
Right.
involved. I did like, what else did I like? Favorite lines where he goes, "Every Earth has a Godfather." Like that was
That was a good line.
I like that. And,
Wells did that, right? That was Wells.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
think
was.
Wells goes,
Wells,
"Every
yeah.
Earth has a Godfather," which is like there was a lot of Godfather references to me in all these shows this week for some reason.
Go
Do
ahead,
you
Ruggs.
think Wells is gonna be evil, or is he gonna try and play Zoom?
Well, look, Zoom has his daughter, right? So he has to kind of play along, but I think he doesn't want to hurt these guys, though.
Here's what's going to happen. This Wells is going to play along, and because he has to, but then at the end he's going to help Barry, and it's going to be redemption for the Wells characters, both of them.
They need some redemption.
And then the girl's gonna get super speeds.
She's going to be Jesse Quick.
Jesse Quick has to get Speed Force. Wally West has to get Speed Force. Like all these people have to turn into things. We're also, I heard in the second half, we're going to see Earth 2 Barry, which possibly is the one that was in prison. And when he was running through the time when he had those visions, remember he saw himself in the prison. Like Earth 2 Barry might be in jail or something.
Oh, that's true.
So who?
You know what that is?
Zoom?
You know what I think that might be?
What is that?
Might be Earth 2 Barry is the one that got framed for the murder. And it's his dad that kills, and it's his dad that's Zoom that killed his mom, maybe.
Or his dad turns into
Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom. Ooh.
Yeah.
Woo.
And he killed his mom, and Earth 2 Barry is like the one that got framed for it being the son that killed his mom. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Well, they could really do anything.
Hey, it's the Flash. Nothing has to make sense.
I mean, they made explosive dreidels overnight. Tons
Can
of
I
them.
just
I don't
point
know how
out
they made
one little nitpick
that
I had? It's Wally West shows up, right?
Yeah.
And Joe West is a darker skinned African American. And if I remember correctly, the other woman that he was with is a darker skinned African American.
Yeah.
Yet Wally West is a light skinned African American. So
that's because that's not really his son. That's an actor playing his son.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's not. They're not related.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Got it. All right.
That's how that works.
Yeah, bad casting. What else is new?
Listen,
the daughter's kind of light skinned though.
She's a little light skinned, but the actor seems okay so far. He's had
Let
like
me just
two
say,
lines.
dude, my parents are from Pakistan. They're light skinned. I was born dark skinned, and I grew up to be light skinned. So anything can fucking happen, people.
So are you saying Wally West has a mild case of vitiligo?
Yeah, breaking it here first. Wally West will be the first vitiligo superhero. Ooh, I should make a vitiligo superhero. Oh, I don't think that's been done before. Put that in.
What would his powers be?
The ability to like hide in certain places, like only.
No, you just burst into flames when you're in the sun.
He bursts into flames in the sun. But if I'm in a crowd of like pinto ponies or spotted cows, I just take all my clothes off, and they're like, "Hey, where'd Imran go?" And they just disappear. It's all spotty.
You could just be incognito, like when you're around like white people, you become white. When you're around brown people, you become brown.
God,
and when you're around cows, you become cow.
You're like Rorschach.
I'm like Rorschach.
No, how about this? You have a certain amount of pigment, but you can move it around to different places.
Yes, I can will it, but I have a finite amount. Like I can't put it everywhere, so like I have to selectively move it around. But
you could be like human raccoon at one point.
Idea.
You could be a cow. You could be a zebra. Like you just move your pigment around.
Vitiligo,
and you become human
man.
Zebra, human white raccoon, human ferret, human skunk.
Dude, how cool would it be if I could control my pigment like Venom, like the Venom costume, and I could just go full fucking brown, and then I go white, depending if I'm near like.
Yeah, you could give yourself stripes.
If I'm in the South, I'm all white, and when I get into more liberal parts of the country,
yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
these are all good ideas.
Vitiligo, man.
Or maybe you could like you could make it into a tattoo, so like no one knows that you have. If you can't get it all in one place, make it into a tattoo, a body tattoo.
Yeah, I have tattoos, but it's kind of silly for people with vitiligo to get tattoos. To be honest,
you have tattoos?
I do on my over here and on my shoulder.
Nice.
Small ones, yeah.
But while you were white or brown?
I don't know. In between, I think when I was white. Yeah, okay. It was in college. So, of
course, you got a tattoo in college?
Of course. What? Yeah. Yeah,
I
one
didn't know
one I got in New York City, and one I got here. Both I was very inebriated.
What'd you do? Barbed wire around the bicep?
No, that's a fucking.
He
That's
got like a butterfly on one shoulder, and he fucking got like
No,
a little fucking spider on the other
I'll
one.
tell you what I have. I have my name in Urdu on one side. And then
Okay.
on the other side, I have this contour line drawing of like it's a face. It's kind of abstract, but it's like eyes, a nose, and a face. Now, the reason I have this is me. This was the high school tattoo. Me and this girl and this other kid in high school, we were all good friends. She drew it. All three of us got the same tattoo in different places. So there's three of us that have the same tattoo, which is I thought that was cool.
Do you like it or regret it?
No, I like it. Both of them I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Jordan says my father-in-law has vitiligo. All right. So somebody knows. It's very rare. So that's awesome. I'd love to talk to him about it. Help him through it.
Nice.
I've had it for like 32 years. Anyways, that was this week's mid-season The Flash. Anything else, guys? Fun stuff.
No, I think we covered everything.
Okay, last show, people.
The Jock and Ned Podcast.
Let's spoil some shit, Batman.
All right, this is the Jock and Nerd Podcast. We are moving on to this week's Arrow episode, also a winter finale, season 4, episode 9, titled Dark Waters. And in this one, we see a lot of stuff. Again, a lot of stuff ends with a crazy possible death cliffhanger. You guys just watched it. Why don't you start?
We
It's
did.
fresh.
Is she dead or not?
No, 'cause
She's not.
in the preview, they show her wheeling her in a hospital, and she's got tubes and shit. They're not going to kill her.
They
This is a fucking
built
tease.
this whole episode though around her being dead. Like I was like, this is almost too obvious.
Well,
She
the
gets
minute they got
proposed
married,
to,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, something bad's going to happen.
The guy
Immediately.
engaged, not married.
What?
Engaged, you're right. They
Oh.
got engaged, not married.
got engaged.
Engaged. No, but the minute that happened, I was like, oh, something bad's going to happen right now. And something bad did happen right away. I liked, again, we talked about how it was all rushed at the end. I like how that was cut with the music, though. They were playing Little Drummer Boy, while on the one hand, Ollie and Felicity are getting ambushed in a limo and being shot at by ghosts. And cut that with Damien Dark getting to visit his family. This horrible guy that that's evil, that we've grown to hate, and he's at home in front of his fucking Christmas tree hugging his wife and child. Very crazy juxtaposition. I enjoyed that.
How did he survive that explosion in the arrows in the face?
Magic, man.
Yeah, he was he had a chant. Yeah, that was funny. No scratch, nothing. He had a chant. The whole place blows up and he's fucking fine.
Yeah, he said some shit, some Greek shit.
But dude, he had them. He was gonna fucking force choke Malcolm. Malcolm was great this episode, just showing up out of nowhere and like, hey, this is fucking place is easier to get into than your last place, you assholes. He just every entrance Malcolm has made this season has been hilarious. Like
He's always just showing up. Yeah,
he
no,
just
I like
pops out
that.
of the shadows.
I like too because the obvious thought is, why don't you just bring in the League? But he did like say, I don't want to start a war between League and Hive, which kind of makes sense.
Plus, that also tells you that the Hive is not to be fucking
Fucked with,
ignored,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, like if he's afraid of them to this point, he doesn't understand the powers. He tells Thea, he goes, "Look, I don't know if I have to do with the Lazarus Pit. Why he can't magic you? I don't know what's going on. Just be careful because I'm not sure."
The one thing I was thinking about though with Malcolm is what is he doing with Vandal Savage's ashes? That's all I was thinking about. Is what about his ashes?
Well, he has to reincarnate him for Legends of Tomorrow,
Yeah,
but there's
yeah, I
no
know.
Lazarus Pit. I don't know if I wonder if Dark has a chant or some shit. So
I think he just made pancakes.
I think he's got
maybe he
smoke that
seasoned his
shit,
eggs
dude.
or something.
I hope he smokes his Vandal's ashes and be like, maybe this will make me immortal if I smoke some of this shit. He's like, right before he brings him back to life, it's like, let me just try to smoke some of this, see what happens.
You could. Like, there's possibly a strain of a weed that's called the Vandal Savage.
Oh, sure, why not?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
It makes you
There
stoned forever.
Somebody should jump on that. You're listening, Colorado, Washington, California. So anyways, there's that shit, but then there's a whole thing about the ring and Felicity's mom, and they find out that Ollie was going to propose months ago and that he didn't, and Felicity confronts him again, setting this up for that heartbreak at the end where she's just like, look, let me pick what I want to do. Just all you have to do is ask me. Like, why are you making this? He's going back to making decisions for people and being the old Ollie a little bit.
Yeah, that whole part that was the only part of that episode that kind of didn't work for me, just because it felt rushed. Like it was like, oh, we got to get her married. We got to figure this out
so we can
and get them
shoot her.
engaged, or got to get them engaged. I'm sorry, but we got to figure this out right away. Let's wrap this up and get them engaged, just so that she can get shot, basically.
Yeah.
You know,
They just want you to think that she's gonna die because that's why they're doing it.
They want us to think that's who's in the grave, and this is a misdirect. It's not gonna be her.
They played the audio of him saying that it's his responsibility over the preview.
Yep, they did.
Yep, they tried.
Even in the preview for the show, before it even started, they showed that shot of him again in front of the grave. So it made you think that this was the episode that it ends with him in front of the grave.
It's not gonna work on me though. You fucks.
Now, what about Dark's plan? What the fuck is he doing? Is this? From what it seems, he's creating a seed, a pathogen, growing
that was
it
weird.
To I don't know if it's to make a breathable atmosphere, or is this more of his drone chemicals that he gives the ghosts in an effort to like take control of people in the whole city?
I think
those are all good theories.
Popcorn.
He's starting a microwave popcorn brand, and he goes, "I need all this corn." He was growing corn underground. Or
those are all good theories, because that was a part of the show that confused me too. Is what's the plan? Is he creating like this biosphere and like trying to create his own oxygen, or like is he
making pancakes?
I mean, we know he wants to like destroy Star City.
What is this?
Maybe it's magic. Maybe it has something to do with magic.
So
well, they were harvesting algae from Star City's river or lake.
Bay. That's why he wanted the bay. So some fucking algae turned into, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. And what was that motherboard looking thing in that other episode that he unfolded? Like, remember the thing with the circuit pattern? It was like a tiled thing. It was I don't know what
I forgot.
Why would Star City's bay's algae be special?
Because that's where all the algae hangs out. I don't know. They have very good.
I think it's been polluted. I think they were alluding to like pollution, and just the odd mix of chemicals has transformed the algae.
I bet
maybe I just made that up.
It's mutant algae.
Tasty mutant sushi.
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja algae.
Teenage Mutant Ninja algae.
It's probably gonna have a terrible nose then, because like
it's gonna have a human nose.
But so
corn with human nose.
This whole thing with, I love how he called him out in public. He's running for
that.
mayor.
That was good.
But Dark kind of wants to install him as mayor, so to kind of control him, and Ollie ain't having it. But I like this that he's coming out and doing these things on camera.
All of that worked for me.
Yeah, he called him out on camera. That was awesome. I was like, oh,
but nobody just was like, how do you know this?
Yeah, well, that's true. Like,
that's true.
Well, who's
but
this guy?
The old Ollie would have like this. I like it because it's a new direction for the show. The old Ollie would have like gone undercover. Like this is like a new battle, and I like the public Ollie, and I like. Did you catch the reference when they were cleaning the bay? He goes like, "I'm sorry," like I set up this like hippie thing or whatever, which is which is an allusion to the Oliver Queen from the comics. Him being
they keep saying.
But they've been hammering you with that hippie crunchy thing,
right?
Yeah, that's like the third or fourth time they've said that phrase. You still think that dude is a plant, Anthony?
What?
The dude is a plant. The campaign manager, Alex, I think his name is.
Yeah, I still think he's a plant.
He hasn't done anything though.
He's gonna kill Thea.
Really?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, with his penis.
Oh shit.
Okay, what about Diggle's brother? Like, why was this necessary? He all his scenes amounted to nothing. He's just being.
I know exactly why Diggle's brother is evil. By the way,
why?
Go ahead, tell us.
Because he's so short. Like Diggle's like five times the size of him.
He's like,
and he's got that weird
little man syndrome.
You got the height of the family. All I got were these perfect teeth. Fuck you.
He's got the flared up nostrils. That, like they look real.
I guess that little.
If they want to make someone very one dimensional and ass, they've done it with Diggle's brother.
I know. What's his deal, dude? Why are you being a dick? He's like, maybe I'm still controlled by him. Maybe I'm not. Whatever.
I am secretly rooting that he stays a dick and never gets redeemed, because every one of these characters gets redeemed.
I want him to die too.
Yeah.
I want
but they'll bring him back.
Nobody
dies. Nobody dies. They'll just bring him back.
You know what should happen is what would be awesome is if he never gets redeemed and Diggle kills him. That'd be awesome.
Yes, Dig should have to kill him at some point.
Inevitably, this guy is going to be redeemed and help Diggle. right? That's what's gonna happen.
He's gonna turn into a good guy, and everybody's gonna love
I
him.
don't know. There was no progression in that story.
I'm criticizing this episode, and I actually did like it a lot.
What about the flashback? We saw.
I hate the flashbacks.
Okay, hold on. This fucking part was great. So Ollie goes back to Tiana, the girl he was supposed to kill, and he's like, "Look, I need your help. I gotta find this one map to show me how to get to this other fucking map." So they go back to the Amazo, which is that wrecked ship from before, when he was on the island.
And how does she actually help him?
No, she didn't really
She's like,
give
hold
any.
your breath.
She didn't.
Here's
what you want to do.
She gives him deep diving lessons in 10 minutes.
Yeah, here's what you want to do.
Breath and swim.
Yeah, and then don't breathe until your head is above water.
Yes.
But the fucking bill is in the
See
mail.
a shark, punch it in the face.
Punch it in the face. So he swims in there. He finds the thing. He swims out, and has to be some of the worst fucking CGI. Like, did they even think that? Why? How could they? It looks like Tomb Raider from the first PlayStation. Like, what was that? Why? I don't understand. It was so bad, dude.
Can I make a comparison on the CGI?
Yeah.
So the CGI of the shark. Why is the CGI of a humanoid shark on the Flash, better than the CGI of an actual shark in the water?
The man shark, land shark.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Remember, King Shark looked better.
But even
on
Ollie,
land
the whole
than
thing
this
was
fucking
CGI.
shark.
Him
Yeah.
swimming was really bad.
No, it was bad.
I was like, it was so bad, I had to rewind it. And look, I was like, did I just see that? I was like, this looks like a fucking bad video game from the late 90s. Jordan has a question about a plant. What we mean is we think Oliver's campaign manager, Alex, is a plant from Damien Dark, one of his guys on the inside. That's what the theory is anyway. So, because he hasn't done anything, and he's trying to bang Thea, and that's not going anywhere. He's Groot. He's not Groot. No, she thought he was Groot.
She thought meant like a tree.
Yeah. So no, it was. I like this episode better than I like the Flash episode. But
I liked it because there were real like.
We are all Groot.
There was stuff going on.
The Black Canary used to scream a lot, which I always laugh when she does that.
The scream is terrible.
Sometimes, yeah, there was a part. Some of it wasn't working. Like she screamed and it wasn't like doing anything. And then Lance has to show up. And then I loved where Lance is like, "Hey, the cavalry showed up." There's 3 cops running up.
Yeah,
like, that's all. That's the fucking cavalry. Like, you could buy 3 cops. Then you thought that's gonna be enough. This guy knows magic.
I do have to highlight that Neil McDonough's performance as Damien Dark so far is
excellent.
Really good.
Excellent.
Very good.
Do you fucking?
He is appropriately menacing and seems like a guy
his
that
hands
you
are
don't
so
want to fuck
big.
with.
His hands are giant. His brow is.
He's got
very,
big meaty hands.
But
he's a lot better than the actor that played Roz. Like Roz was never this intimidating compared to Damien Dark.
That's why I love that shot at the end where he just goes sees his family.
Sees a family, and you're like, what the
like, because
fuck?
you didn't even think he had a family, or that he's even trying to live a normal life.
It would be cool if his daughter inherited those big fat fingers.
She's got everything else is tiny, but she has fat thumbs.
What's also cool is that he's been this badass character, and there's kind of this council overlooking him. So there's probably even a bigger badass behind him.
Well, and that's what's interesting is like they're not happy with him. So
I feel like that takes away from like the coolness of him.
It does.
Like,
as much
some lady yelling at him.
Yes, as much as a badass as he is, he still has to answer to like a board of directors, and it's pissing him off. Also, did we see Mina Fayed there? Wasn't she dead? Didn't they miss Fayed? Remember he killed her, the Double Down episode, the lady that hired the dark hair, and he kills her with Double Down's card.
Yeah, I don't know if we saw her. I don't think that was
her.
No, I think it's someone other lady.
And so is it Hive because he's gonna grow a hive mind and control everyone?
That's not something they've really even gotten into. We still don't know. I liked it though. I like this episode.
Good stuff,
I like Neil McDonough in that role, and I like Ollie's new direction of being public and the mayor and all that stuff.
That's a lot of fun. And we're gonna, I think, coming back, we're gonna see Roy. And I read some other shit and I can't remember. Anyways, Arrow returns. So here's the return dates. Anything else you guys got for Arrow? Real quick, anything?
I just thought the drone with the guns was funny.
The drone in the beginning where the kids are like just shooting at kids.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, let's bring that up. Just 1 second. The drone with lots of bad shooting again.
There's all sorts of
And
bad shooting.
No one dies.
This is on the beach.
One guy got shot.
One guy got shot. There's no cover anywhere. All those kids should have been slaughtered. They had their back to the fucking drone. They should have all been mowed down.
They all hid behind that one log.
And Ollie had to like dive and save Mini Felicity. That was kind of They all.
I like that. I like that I like that Felicity conveniently has a laptop in her pocket.
Always that controls everything. Anything that you need.
You're on a beach, Felicity. What do you have a laptop for?
How did she? Was it like a broadband iPad? Like how's she even connecting to the network?
I don't know, but that whole beginning, I was like, ugh, this sucks. But like, what are you gonna do? It's Arrow.
No.
It's Arrow. So, gang, let's discuss this for a question moving forward for a second. Arrow, all these shows return the week of January 19th. So The Flash will return January 19th. Same day Agent Carter debuts. Arrow will return January 20th. And then Legends of Tomorrow premieres on that Thursday, January 21st, meaning that the Jock and Nerd Weekly may not be back till that Friday.
Awesome.
Yay.
So, but there will still be new shows in the podcast feed. Listener, don't fear. Subscribe at jockandnerd.com. We will have one show coming out every week. Jock and Nerd Weekly, unless something huge happens in the Geekverse, which is quite possible.
Very possible, but we'll be taking a break from Jock and Nerd Weekly.
The Jock and Nerd Weekly we'll have to do these on Fridays because the stupid show is on Thursday, Legends of Tomorrow, that we definitely need to include. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
So we're gonna do it Friday nights from now on.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be doing the Friday nights moving forward. Give me 1 second. Whoops, I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, let me turn this off. So
KTMB is asking what kind of show this is. It's a comic book TV show weekly review.
But we're done with that.
But we're done with that. So now we're doing like nerd interviews and movie reviews and a lot of interesting guests and Jock stuff too. We'll do a UFC stuff. It's all over the place, dude.
It's called the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Yeah, just go to jockandnerd.com/subscribe. Today we just talked about Supergirl, Arrow, The Flash, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And stick around, gang. We're gonna open it up for the post show in the Blab. I got one review and some final plugs, and we'll wrap up the main show, fellas. You don't have to be a nerd, KTMB, to enjoy us. We
Jock and Nerd podcast,
and or nerd. So you can be a jock, and really, we appeal to everything. We have something for everyone.
Yeah, we talk about all kinds of stuff in the after show. We can talk about whatever you want.
Really, we just love to geek out with people who like whatever they like to geek out about. Whatever you're passionate about, we love hearing about it. Real quick, we had Jordan says we had a great education conversation a couple of weeks ago. That was really awesome. Before we wrap it up, there's a new review, people, on the iTunes page. Go to jockandnerd.com/review, and you can subscribe. It's from the Keith Chaos, 5 stars. He says, quality control. There are a lot of fine-looking podcasts out there, but they don't all take the time to record with good microphones. That's funny.
Ironic.
Today, most of them just use Skype. He must have not heard the show. Jock and Nerd bring a quality and production value to podcasting that make them better than most. That's a great review. Thank you to the Keith Chaos for leaving that.
That's an appropriate review because I just want to bring up again, I apologize for my mic going out, and I am now using Apple headphones to record this podcast on my phone.
Yeah,
so
man, that's the
just
future.
Apologize for the not as great sound quality. If it sounds bad on your end, I'm sorry. It's technical difficulties.
We'll work it out. We just got to get a new ATR 2100. But it sounds very good on this end, Anthony. So if you guys want to subscribe to the show, just go to jockandnerd.com/review. Leave us a rating, leave us a review, and you are going to get all our shows moving forward. We have a lot of great stuff planned. We'll be reviewing Jessica Jones, Star Wars, a bunch of more crossover
Walking Dead.
Yep. So despite us not reviewing weekly shows while they take their break, there will still be new shows coming up. Ooh, the Macbeth movie too. That trailer for that movie was awesome. And I just want to shout out to some of the podcast networks we're on. Big thanks to Weeby Geeks, a place to hang your cape, Tangent Bound Network, Podcast PH. We're on all those sites. Check the show notes for their links. Lots of great geek content at all these sites, podcasts, videos, articles, episodic reviews, a place to hang your cape. Kind of does what we do. They review shows week to week. Lots of fun stuff. And finally, 3 things. Call to action. We're going to wrap it up. Number 1, if you want to contact us, just go to jockandnerd.com/contact. Whole bunch of things are there. You can email us. You can send us an audio comment. It's all right there. You want to subscribe? Go to jockandnerd.com/review. Takes you to our iTunes page. You can subscribe. And finally, listener and the people here, just tell a buddy. Number 3, very easy. Spread the geekery. Go up to your best friend. Give him one of these.
Jock and Nerd.
Or give him one of these.
Jock and Nerd.
If you're in a library or you can't get.
Yeah.
And we thank you guys for listening and hanging out. Ruggs, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter is at Really Rug Boy, and you can come, comment, send me a tweet, and I will tweet back to you, and we will have lots of fun.
Jordan says she's going to send you some booze.
Oh, send him booze and stuffing
Ooh,
for when he shits his stuffing out. At KTMB15 says I have no friends. That's incorrect. You have
Now you do. You got
have
3.
3 friends right here. So hurrah!
Geek Boner.
You got 3
Jock and Nerd.
Jock and Nerd friends. Just
I'm not his friend.
Oh, Anthony's
I'm not his
out.
friend.
All right, we got 2. Have you? She's a very. We should be our friends.
How
I should be your
can
friend?
we be lovers if we can't be friends?
All right, gang, we're going to wrap up the main show. We're going to open up the blab of the post show. Thanks for listening. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony,
He's the jock.
and he's the nerd.
And we'll hear you next time.
Jock and Nerd.
Hey, Angel Hill in the house. What's going on? This is the Jock and Nerd
So I should
podcast.
be KTMB's friend.
We should all.
I
be
can't.
friends.
I can't see because I'm on my phone. I can't see what these people look like.
Oh, that's too bad. Just click
Yeah.
follow. Hey,
I
Angel's
follow
coming
everybody
in.
regardless.
Hey guys,
Hi, Angel. How's it going? Oh, are you in jail? Were you a bad girl? What happened?
I was in jail. This is
What's
actually
going on?
this is for Selassie. It's to free Selassie. Selassie's in jail right now, so everybody's kind of doing this free Selassie thing. So
Why is he in jail?
Wait,
For real jail? Or is he in,
hold,
like-
hold the fucking
Oh,
phone.
shit.
Selassie is incarcerated.
for those of you that don't know, breaking news: Selassie is in prison.
Okay, what happened?
I don't know the whole story. Well, I'll be honest. I do know the story, but I don't know the whole story because I heard the story when he was in a blab with another person, and I think he was feeling kind of comfortable. You know what I mean? Like
Talking
when.
about it.
So I don't want to but I will tell you guys this: it's nothing serious and it's not long. And it's
Okay.
one of those stupid things that somebody experiences, and then they have to go stupidly serve a stupid sentence for something stupid. Like
Okay.
Selassie's a good guy, I think. I don't think it's anything.
Holy shit, he's gonna have some great blab stories when he comes back. I'll tell you.
I know,
what.
right?
Right?
So Ricky's asking people to go to his Twitter page and put on Free Selassie.
Okay, everyone do hashtag free Selassie.
I thought they were handing out free Selassies.
Yeah,
I kinda like- I like salami.
I was
I
like,
don't know
am I
what
getting
the fuck are we
some
talking about?
snack meats? I love snack
I
meats.
have some free Selassie.
I love free Selassie.
This
What was
ESFP thing that I have up right now,
Yes.
there's a blab happening. John and Colin are hosting it, and they're sending people to the Myers-Briggs link. And if you do the test, they're recording what everybody is, and they're actually doing it for the purpose of finding out on blab what personalities in the Myers-Briggs are most likely to host blabs, leave
Oh.
blab, stay on blab, blah blah blah. So go check that out and do the test. A great test. You
That
can learn-
Myers-Briggs, that's that personality test, right?
Yes.
How long does
go
that
ask them
take?
for the link.
How long does it take to take the test?
10 minutes at most. Took me
And
5.
is it accurate? Like, does it
Yes.
work? Really?
Yes. Yeah, I've taken it twice now, and yeah, you learn something about yourself because it's questions that are very clear. Like, do you like to talk around lots of people? Don't you like to talk around lots of people? Like, it's very clear. Everybody knows the general sense of where they fall on the answers, and it's when you're answering it, you're like, yeah, this wouldn't waver. Like, mine
It's got-
changed from
okay.
younger years to now. Slightly.
Really? I've always been curious in taking it. Is it free to take? Like, can you do it
Yeah.
online? You just do it online?
Yeah, it's a link.
Wow. I've always been
Was it
curious.
like a personality test?
Yeah.
That's
Are you, Anthony, you ever heard of Myers-Briggs personality
Yeah, I've heard of
test?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've,
Yeah.
I've been
You know
curious.
what, guys? I'll come back in a second. I'll go grab you guys the link. And
All
I'll
right, that'd be great. Yeah, right on.
And
Sweet.
bring me back some Selassie.
Yeah,
Awesome.
can we get some with some rye bread and some cheese?
Can I just say that was weird, like her jumping on? And
I'm sorry, I
Selassie
already
being in
had the
jail.
link.
Like, what the hell?
Oh, here's
What
the
is
link.
that?
Free Selassie.
Selassie being in jail. I'm still hung up.
That
on
is
this.
I know that is crazy. If only he could blab from jail, that would be just remarkable, revolutionary. They should let him. Like, I know there's one phone call rule. Can't they have like a one blab? What if he uses his phone call as a blab? Does that count? Can he do that?
Okay. So that link wasn't exactly right. You guys will have to just go to the main page because I put an HR somehow on that. I just
You have to be
Oh, okay. But
take
it's
this test.
Oh, can a Felty take? Is there a Myers-Briggs test for Felties?
wait a second, because I'm just giving you guys the main page, and some people won't find it easily from there. I was given the link right to the test. Where am I here?
I can't. Yeah, I'm still hung up over that Selassie thing. That's Is there like? Does he need funds? Is there like a GoFundMe
Is he
page to raise
here's the
money?
thing. Like, do I need to should I really be saying free Selassie? I don't even know this fucking guy. He could be in jail for murder. Like, what?
Well, that's just
Do we
it.
need to
Right?
free Selassie?
Do it at your own risk. I heard the story,
Free Mamiya.
and when I heard the story of why he said he was in jail, I was like, oh my God, that's one of those like stupid things that could happen to anybody.
Anthony,
Like,
we've talked to him. You know he's a good guy. You know,
Have you ever
he's,
been in jail before, Imran?
What? No.
About Anthony?
Nah.
I've been in jail a few times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like?
For public nudity.
Oh, of course.
he hangs it all out.
Your
Yeah.
felty penis got you in trouble, Ruggs.
Yeah,
I told
slack
you. You
hole
gotta be
everywhere.
Not
It was
surprised.
pretty rough. Yeah.
Not
careful.
surprised.
Rug boy, did you don't have a teardrop tattoo though? That's so I'm confused. You know, I
Wow.
thought you were.
He's got
No.
permanent eye bag tattoos instead.
Those are all tattoos he got in prison. That's not wrinkles.
Do you wear pants while you're on Blab?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
He's
okay,
got
we're good.
yeah.
I have a boner right now. Look,
Yeah. He's
I'm impressed, buddy.
it's pretty big.
Listen, they'd throw us off fucking Blab.
I'm
if you didn't
reaching
wear
for
pants.
it. I'm reaching for it.
I mean, there you go. Give him a nice.
You're-
goose.
You're behind bars though, so you gotta like stick your finger.
Yeah, you
I
can
know,
give me
right?
prison
I
head.
know.
Yeah, well, it's-
How's the network
yes.
going, Angel? How's
Oh,
all your
super
shows, man?
awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, there has been some amazingly talented people that have joined the team of developers. So right as we speak, the website's being developed. And
Ooh.
so it's going to be, we're not talking just a basic website. We've developed something that is like phenomenally awesome. Like,
Wow, you're building a network website. Wow.
yes, where you'll have
and-
live streams and yeah, it's going to be
And you
really
can
great.
jump on. Man, that sounds great. I also noticed you won a Blab award, didn't you?
Yeah, I
on
got
your
Best Show.
avatar. Yeah, she won Best Show. Best
Congrats.
of Blab, the first Best of Blabbies.
Nice.
Good
I feel
shit.
very, very honored. I feel like when I looked at the results too, it was like the person behind me had like 30 some odd votes and I had 187
Oh, nice. Cool.
Whoa.
by a landslide. I feel so honored.
Excellent.
That's
So
good
that,
shit.
that went well. There was like a whole show, right? Like a award show.
Yeah.
Where people were jumping in and out. That's really cool, dude. You guys,
It was
this is amazing.
exciting.
Yeah.
And the next one will be even more exciting because people will have an idea of what, because I think this time people didn't put gowns and dress up, and I think next time they will.
I saw some people wearing like suits or like ties.
I dressed up.
Yeah.
I wore a leather blazer and I did my hair. I straightened it and put weird
Ooh.
makeup on. And,
Who organized all that?
that if you don't mind the shout out,
No,
John and
plug it.
Colin.
Yeah.
John and Colin are just amazing. So that's John Preto and Colin Hill. Randcom, he's right there.
Hi, Randcom.
They
Yeah.
have started a lot of different things on Blab. They're just a couple of blabbers that are nerds. So I'm on Nerd World with these guys. They're the Nerd World creators.
Ooh.
And they started out just talking about this kind of stuff, and one thing led to another, and they decided to make it. And next thing you know, they were putting up a website and they were going full tilt with it. And for them, it was about having fun. It wasn't about creating anything more than just, some Blab good times.
That's great.
And it's turned out to be a phenomenon. They're taking things to the next level, though. I'm really proud of John and Colin because if we're all going to sit here and waste time on Blab, we might as well make something good of it. And
Yeah.
every day I see them making more good things with Blab, helping people, putting themselves out there, just being genuinely awesome.
Man, it sounds like so much fun, and the wide variety of use of this platform, like this is amazing new media broadcasting platform. Like Anthony said, he is broadcasting to the world from his phone Like
right?
it's unbelievable. And I've seen like actual like social media conferences, like serious shit and fun shit, and a lot of networking and people using this for business. But think of like this is the new CNN. Think of like your CNN where you have all these talking head so-called experts and they're just there and you're forced to listen to them. Now look at this. You have the same talking heads, but there's no boundaries. You don't have to be a broadcast professional. You don't got to be full of hot air. You can talk to the experts and celebrities directly and get the feedback. Like, it's so awesome.
I'm not laughing at you. I was catching up on some of the chat there. Somebody saying that that bulge, you can stick it through the bars.
Rug Boy, I don't think he can fit it through the bars.
I can fit it.
Yeah,
I'll fit it.
That's sad.
So good news. Colin and I have really hit it off, and he's going to throw me out of an airplane.
What? On Blab?
That we are going to definitely broadcast it.
You're going to skydive?
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
With the phone in your hand? Will that work? And oh, that's awesome. Have you done it before?
No, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I already have what I need for the phone. So I've got this thing here.
You strap. Nice. You got like a chest
Yeah.
mount.
And it's all like Velcroed, and I stick it to my purse so that I can blab with you guys and talk and,
Holy crap. Has anybody done that yet? Like live streamed a jump?
On Periscope, yes.
Holy shit. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That would be quite an experience to watch. My wife has skydived at the coast of South Africa. There's a crazy video on YouTube. It looked awesome, but I don't know if I could do that. I don't know.
They did it with Google Glass.
He did it with Google Glass. So are you doing a tandem? You're doing a tandem jump then, right?
Well, Colin says somebody slightly taller from me needs to be attached to me the first time. So
yeah. The first jump is tandem, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know if Colin's able to tandem jump with me, but it would probably feel better with Colin than a total stranger.
How tall are you?
5'3".
Imran could jump with you.
But no, if you go to like a jump place, they'll have dudes there they do like 200 jumps a day.
We want to scare away the last of your pigment. You'll jump with it.
I can't get any wider, people.
Did you ever do that, Imran? Did you ever jump out of a plane?
No.
Anthony, did you ever jump out of a plane?
I've never jumped
Rug
out
Boy?
of a plane.
No, I never skydive. I just muff dive.
Oh shit!
Nailed it.
No comment.
That's sometimes that could
Yeah,
be
she's done it. She's swung in that
No
direction.
comment.
that could be just as scary. Felty muffs could be just as scary as fucking jumping out of a plane. I don't know.
It's pretty scary.
But
Angel, I've never been on your show, so tell me about your show.
So my show started on Facebook, and when I first started it, although it was branded as a show and I called it a show, it was not a show by most people's definition of what a show would be. So it was all started because I needed to find a way to brand all the 50 million things that I was doing. And people kept telling me that I needed to get more focused and find one thing to do, and I did that for years, and I was freaking miserable. So when I had my computer store, I owned a successful computer store for 10 years. And when I had my computer store, when there were no customers in the store, I started using my free time to do things that I loved. And I found that when I did that, even if it had nothing to do with computers, all of a sudden I had more computer customers. So I thought, hey, I wonder if I just start posting my stuff that I love doing really regularly, what will happen? So I branded it as a show so that people would accept it as a thing I was doing. And I started posting all the things I love doing. And lo and behold, my business went through the roof. I started gaining in another business that I was running. People started coming to me for business coaching, sales coaching, art lessons, guitar lessons, all kinds of things, social media lessons. So I started realizing that I had found a purpose. And so I've created, now the show is branded under, I'm a small girl making a big difference with a show that's focused on people doing what they love. And I want to inspire other people to do similarly to what I did, do more of what they love, so that they can realize that that will bring back the resources, even if it's not related to their work field.
Follow your passions. Was that video early on? Is that what you were doing?
It was mostly posts, so there was some video. So I would make sure I had. So there was a strategy to it. I'm a Facebook strategist, so I have 14,000 people on Facebook, and 5,000 people out of that 14 is people that are a close community to me. They're very well connected people with me, and 9,000 is pretty much strangers. So this was a very calculatively built community, and I used my show to do that through posts, groups. That was a big part of it, being parts of groups, and video feed.
That's great. I think, but that's a part of getting an audience is having an existing built-in audience to start with. It sounds like that's what you had. So when you started here, whatever they were going to do, you guys, and that, God, you got to be, you must be really good at Facebook and social media to work your numbers. When did that start? How many years from that to now?
Well, let me think. My computer store closed 2 years ago, and I started a year before the store opened. So I'm going on the 3rd year now.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
Glad you're at
you.
this point.
Thank you. Important to note, though, that the 14,000 audience, I've had that level for about a year consistently without growing a lot past that. So it was like I got to 14,000 and I plateaued. So that's what I'm trying to break now, is that plateau, and I'm trying to monetize things, because I monetized my business to business. So the traffic I was getting, I was working full-time from home. So I've worked full-time for myself for a long time, but I didn't monetize the traffic. And that's what I'm learning how to do now, is to make things more passive income oriented.
This is great. I have a question. I'm going to pick your brain for a second.
Sure.
What you just said is very interesting concerning our podcast too. How do you go about growing your audience without alienating your current audience, or with simultaneously still engaging your current audience, but you want new ear holes,
Well, first of all, are you trying to monetize that audience or just draw?
Just draw. Right now, it's just draw.
The best thing to do is to start going to other community forums. I'm sure you guys have noticed a growth to your show already, just from being on Blab and getting on other people's Blabs.
Yeah.
So what I did on Facebook, and you can do this on any social media community that's out there, you can kind of take this model and follow it, and this is like high value info, guys. If you apply this, you'll be like, holy shit.
Take notes, people.
Yeah. So most of my audience came from finding groups where there was energies that I might be attracted to, or the people that might be attracted to me, and becoming a part of those communities and making myself very known in that community.
Okay, so what community would I be fit for?
That's a good question.
So, well, let me see. Actually, I got to say, you guys alone, just the way you look, you wouldn't even need to open your mouths or create a video. Just the way you look would draw attention in the right audiences. So if you guys got into maybe like getting on other people, if you're trying to attract people in the podcast community, get on as many other people's podcasts as you can.
Yeah. Okay.
And find the ones that are in an energy that's congruent with what you have in yours. So my show, when I first branded it, I kind of skipped some of my story in there. I wrote a book, and my book was geared towards helping people self-help wise. And I hate the word self-help, but that's really what people call it. So I kind of have to, but I prefer to say self-improvement.
Okay.
But anyways, I wrote this book. And it was a book that was a 30-day plan for people to be able to get results with something that they wanted to do in their life, be it business or personal. And when I was done writing it, so I wrote it all by hand, because I'm a very, I have these, and I write like 50 million things on 50 million pages. And then when I put it all together and I put it in typing, it becomes whatever the final project is.
Right.
So I had my 10 spiral books like this, full.
Wow.
For my book. And so now I'm typing it. And as I started typing my book on my computer, I was like, this is fucking dry. This is not me. Like, this sucks. I really don't like it. I like the material, the content, but I feel like if I deliver this, people are going to brand me as a boring self-help person, and that's not me.
Okay.
Like, I'm the girl that will say fuck it on camera and not mind, or say fuck it duck, and if you don't like that, like, so how can I?
You need
how
to
can
add
I be
your personality into the words.
And people won't take me seriously if I try to be like Tony Robbins or whatever, because I'm not that person.
Yeah.
So I decided to stop publishing, and to let I do the law of attraction. So the next thing that you see me publish is with an author that's 1.9 million copies, and now he's asked me to work with, he's recruited me, and we're launching a program. A lot of exciting things are happening, but that guy had a book that I read, and that book taught me about the law of attraction. So I decided to use the tools I had learned in that book, and I did a law of attraction exercise after I'd written my book. And the law of attraction brought me my answers, because that's what always happens when you use these exercises that I teach now. So next thing you know, in the next week, after I stopped writing my book and decided to just put it on hold and do the law of attraction, my daughter came to me and said, Mom, you're really funny. And I'm like, she's like, I don't know, like maybe 10, 11 9, I don't know. She's like, you make me laugh all the time. My friend said their parents never make them laugh. Except for one of my friends. He said his dad's pretty funny and dresses up like Batman. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I wish I had a dad who dressed up like Batman.
You know Bruce Wayne's kid? What the fuck?
Exactly, right? So she said that, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe I need to approach this from a comedy perspective instead, because I'm always entertaining. And my Facebook posts were already giving me the indication from people that they wanted that too. Then one of my daughter's friends, that same day, we went to go pick up her friend, and her friend said, all the friends at school are saying that you're like the funniest girl on Facebook. And here are my kids, my 10 or 12-year-old and my teenage son and my other teenagers, older teenagers, their friends are friends requesting me on Facebook.
Oh, no, that's
no.
So they're getting mad at me at the same time. But I started thinking, wait a minute, maybe this is where I need to deliver it. So I decided to put together a website. So here I am. I get into web design. I learned about opt-ins. I'm going to monetize this website. I'm going to put all my stuff on there. Yeah, I didn't like what I was building. No. So I scrapped that whole project again. I was like, again, it's still not working out. So third option was, wait a minute. And that's when I had a customer that day that came into the computer store and said, you know, I found you because I saw your Facebook post and you made me laugh. Yeah. And then I found out you owned a computer store. And I was like, oh, aha, forget everything. Let's just stick to Facebook. Let's just keep doing what works. And so I did that for a year, and that's how I got to where I am now.
It all just comes back to just be yourself. And sometimes that's really hard to figure out what that is. But comedy is it works everywhere. A little bit of humor. That's kind of why we started this podcast. We would listen to other TV show podcasts and comic book podcasts, and they would be great, but they would be so serious about really.
They're fucking not so serious and no personality.
We're talking about dudes with superpowers and capes. Like, how about you have a little fun with this shit? And that's why, and that's why we want. That's why our style of show is like we're gonna.
Well, even if you look at just the name, look at the name, like me, Jock, you, Nerd, and then Rug Boy. Like you get our personalities just in our names right off the bat.
And
actually, I've never met you, Jock. It's nice to finally meet you.
Oh, this is the first time, Cam the Cam.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you. I am the Jock on the Jock and Nerd podcast.
You've been like the missing link.
Do I fit the role?
Yeah, you got something for everyone.
Yeah.
You look totally different than I expected.
We have him here to pull
much more handsome.
Yeah, we just have him here to pull.
I expected you to be older.
He's the millennial of the group.
No,
he's actually the youngest.
I'm 27 years old.
We just 27.
Yeah.
I got 10 years on you, buddy.
I'm old. Listen, I'm older than everybody.
I can't tell, so there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You might be older than me, but I have 4 kids and 2 grandkids.
Yeah, you haven't had a full life there.
Nice.
Let me tell you. You already got a full life.
I said 4 kids, right? I didn't even say that right. I have 4 stepkids, 2 kids, and 2 grandkids. I was trying to say 6 kids.
Anthony Jordan.
Jesus Christ.
Anthony Jordan says you look younger than 27.
Thank you. Shit. I get carded sometimes.
I
at the liquor store. It's great.
I
take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Where are all these kids now? Are they there?
Yeah, where are your kids? What are they doing?
Are they like hiding out somewhere in a room?
You know, kids nowadays, they're all on their Xboxes
so they're playing video games somewhere. Oh,
they're all dialed in.
They're on Twitch TV.
They're on Twitch.
Yeah.
They're commenting on
Twitch
people
TV?
comment. Twitch is okay. Somebody explain Twitch.
You don't know what Twitch TV is? Okay, we're gonna fix this. I can hear Christine right now. Fix it, Jesus.
Anthony is part of esports. We'll get into this when we talk to Peter.
Oh, fucking A.
I'm gonna screen share. Give me a sec.
Okay. Twitch TV is another live streaming platform where people stream their games, and you can watch people play.
You can watch me play a game.
Yeah. And then you could comment on people commenting.
Like going over to your friend's house and sitting on their couch while they play Tomb Raider.
Only you could do it at home. You can just do it from home.
Is this how esports are going to take over the?
Absolutely. Look, Crystal's going to show us, or Angel's going to show us right now. Look at that screen share, man. That's
Twitch.
This is my channel. So this
everyone
is Twitch.
It's huge, dude. The Twitch community is giant. It's millions of people.
Twitch.tv is the web URL. This is my Twitch TV channel. I'm showing you, it's not even visible to you. I'm showing you this only so that you can see how it actually looks. Not that it's really relevant to know me or anything.
Is that your castle that you live in?
That is my. I used to play a video game called Ultima Online,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and
I
that
used to
was the
play.
house that I did.
Nice.
Ah.
But I'm going to show you guys something even more exciting because I'm very, very new to Twitch TV, so I'll be broadcasting soon.
What are you
and
broadcasting? Games?
Yeah, so you play games, and it's just like here, you've got a little webcam, but your webcam is superimposed over your game, and you just play and you talk and you entertain people. The more entertaining you are, it's just like your podcast. Some people play and they're dry, and they're like, why don't I get any viewers? And it's like, well, you don't talk. Like, people
Because
don't
you're a
want to
boring asshole.
Yeah, like, you know, like,
This is
but
the
then there's
birth
people like,
of PewDiePie. PewDiePie then he started on
What's he
Twitch. Dude.
doing? Who's Cutie Pie?
PewDiePie
Yeah.
makes $7 million a year with his goddamn
Oh.
fucking gaming.
I know who
he's like
that
the
is.
highest paid YouTube fucking guy right now.
What an asshole.
Exactly.
You
I
guys
hate this fucker. Fuck PewDiePie. Oh, there's Ricky Prime's page.
right. So Ricky Prime is actually, he has 4,000
Oh no,
followers.
Ruggs just coughed up a cotton ball. Are you okay? Oh no, I think he's got
I'm all right.
Felty strep. Felty fucking. Shove that back
that
in
a
your
problem?
saddle.
Is that a problem?
I'm having problems with my lungs.
Was that a bad thing?
No, he'll be fine. He just has to shove it back up in his slack hole, and he'll be fine. As long as
What
he-
happened? Did I miss
he
something?
he coughed up.
Yeah,
some
you
fluff.
missed it. He missed it. He coughed up a fluff ball.
I was jumping up and down, and sometimes when I jump up and down, I cough.
Were you
And then I
looking at
coughed
cat?
up. I know, I got stuffing in there. Like, I'm all made of stuffing. Sometimes when I cough, the stuffing comes up.
He shit stuffing. He coughed stuffing. It's a mess. It's just a mess. It looks like a fucking tailor was murdered.
I think it's actually a haircut from his autofellatio because we know he can do that. So
Well, he's very flexible. 'Cause he's got, oh boy, Rod, you got to see a doctor for that. Oh my God, no, that's not
Yeah.
good. You're gonna get lightheaded. There's no more stuffing in you. Like
This,
it's
this
like
is how we
blood
get the
sugar.
viewers.
By the way, I just want to alert all of you that I just got a text on the Twitters from Elisa.
Yeah.
Asking me where I've been.
Oh, Miss.
Oh, you've missed.
You kind of gave her the cold shoulder, and she's like, "Hey, what's up?" Shit, we got a +1 in the room. That might be her watching. Did you tell her?
Hey,
you're
what's
on
up,
Blab?
Elisa? Come on.
Did you tell her you're on Blab here?
Yeah, I told her I was doing a show.
Kermit and Friends. I think Mrs. Rug Boy.
Yeah, I just did. There was a lot going on with this guy. He threatened to commit suicide,
Oh, my
and
God.
she called the cops to his house.
Oh shit! Really? This is for
Yeah,
real?
and it was all like happening on Blab or while the Blab was
On
going
Spreecast.
or the
Holy
Spreecast was
crap.
going on or something.
I might have to watch
It's like
that
it's like
replay.
Crash.
But
TV.
I don't know if it was bullshit. It might have been bullshit. I think it was all like a setup. But
You never really know with that show.
show,
do you?
it's a show. You never know if it's real or not.
It's kind of the beauty of that show. Is you're like, what
It is.
the fuck is going on? Is this for real? It's a lot of fun. Have you checked out anything on Spreecast there, Angel Hill? You gonna take that over?
what is
you ever
Spreecast?
heard- So Spreecast is similar to Blab.
It's a monetized version of this.
Yeah, it has 4 screens, but you have more control on the producer end. Like instead of people jumping on, you let people on, and it has like a private chat from producer to person. There's also a comment box on the side. It's very similar, but afterwards on the show page, it breaks up the show in chunks, and you can like tweet out little segments every time someone's on the air. It's a very interesting platform. Apparently, you can't talk.
Spreecast or Freecast?
Spree,
Spree.
Spree, like the candy Spree.
So Google
Spreecast.
Kermit and Friends on Spreecast is a show hosted by Elisa Jordana, who we kind of know. She came on our Blab once. Rug Boy's been on the show. We've been on her show a couple times, and she does it. It's like she does this 5 days a week,
Unbelievable.
2-hour
Work
show
ethic's
on
good.
on Spreecast.
And basically, it's all a community soap opera. Basically, it's like every there are people that are characters.
There's running
and
storylines and
There's
stuff.
a running storyline basically, and you don't know if it's real or if it's fake. There's some shenanigans that are fake, that are obvious, but like basically, it's all about. They'll make the show about somebody for a week, and you'll get to see all this like drama unfold.
Yeah, they call it an interactive talk show, and that's pretty much what it is. Like it's it's similar. It's the new media. It's a new form of entertainment. Like these guys come home and they all sit and watch the show like every day instead of watching TV.
Okay. I signed up. I added Kermit and Friends. What is your handle on there?
Well, we are not on there yet because
We're not on there yet.
We're not on
We
there.
were just asking. If
I'm
they
on there.
were
Just
Oh, Rug Boy
Rug
may be
Boy's
on
on
there. We were thinking of doing
Well-
something over there to check it out and test it out.
Before you guys go any further, it's the witching hour, so I have to bounce out and
All right.
go out.
well,
and
he
about,
means
guys.
it's the bitching hour. He's gonna get he's gonna go outside and find some ladies.
So,
Jock's got other
So-
plans. He's got to
Have
get.
some
to.
fun.
Angel,
man.
it was nice meeting you on the.
Nice
Blabs.
meeting you. Get lucky.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Have fun, guys.
See you later.
Bye, Anthony.
We got an open seat. Anybody want to jump in? We'll hang out. for a
Yeah,
little
let's
bit
get
more.
somebody on. You want to
I'll,
get Jordan
Ah,
on?
Jordan. We love Jordan. Angel, do you know
Rug Boy.
Jordan? Yeah.
Did you
shit.
know that I don't do the Monday game show anymore?
You don't?
Not for bad reason. I'm doing production direction now for the THN network, so I'm starting new blabs and I'm getting people into them. So
Mhm.
Kristen Cheatwood does the show now. She's the one that was co-hosting with me.
Oh, I remember. The one
Yeah,
that asked if she was a guy. You're not.
yeah.
Okay.
She was the moaner on I don't know if you were there for that, but I would love it if you would go and support her by being on the show sometime.
If I have time, I will. I'm a busy guy, though. I don't
No,
really have. Just getting me on tonight with Imran was a.
We
whole
almost,
fucking
we
ordeal.
almost weren't able to do this because the schedules are crazy. So Jables isn't doing that. She co-hosting still?
No, she was going to co-host with me, and then something happened. She's a part of a network on Periscope, and at the same time as she said yes to that, the network offered her a show, and they really wanted her to do this thing, and it fell at the same time.
Whoa.
So she came to me, and she was like all apologetic. I'm like, oh my God, go! Like this is her community, is Periscope, right? She's just a side blabber.
I don't understand. How do you do a show on Periscope? It seems like it's like very one way, one screen.
I tried.
It seems very difficult. Like I don't
It's
get.
not for me.
Like I see it's used for like look.
It's
you're doing
more
some-
popular than Blab, but
well, it's been around longer, but I can see it's used if like you're doing something cool real quick and you just want to like, here's my experience and you share it
Yeah.
with people. But how do you do a show? That's weird. Hi,
Crazy.
Jordan. How's it going?
Hey, good. I do trivia with Radio Free Bob on Periscope.
Well, how does that work though? What is the show? Like how do you do this?
It's not really like a show. It's just like for fun. I mean, do you know who he is? I mean, he's got like a movie trailer voice actually.
Oh, nice.
And
in a world.
and he's done and he's actually done movie trailers and stuff. But
Wow.
he just reads like trivia questions and then people like post in the comments the answers.
Okay. Hey, you guys, I'll be right back. Just talk for a second. I gotta go. Fucking...
Isn't that cool?
What is that? Is that the inside of a computer? Is that a hard drive?
A hard drive, yeah, with plexiglass over top.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
I had that in my computer store to show customers what was in there so that I could explain to them that this is sensitive to impact. And this little needle will wreck the hard drive if you drop this computer on the way home.
You can always teaching people stuff.
Visually.
Yes, absolutely. So what's going on?
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. That's right, Colin.
Yeah. So the both of you are kind of like into teaching people stuff. You write books, and Jordan used to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yes, you have that in common.
I did elementary school supply teaching too. That was tiring.
Well, yeah, teaching was tiring.
But now
Ah,
she stopped
very.
teaching to she's a baker now, and she's
Yeah.
really good at it, and she makes excellent pies.
Great pies. What's your favorite pie? What's your best pie? What's your signature pie?
I make cake.
Oh my
I
God,
make cake
Colin, how'd
more.
you do that?
He destroyed your bars.
I don't
Set
know.
my
how he did
angel free.
it.
Wow.
He just said something and
He
just
did
like
that?
that.
Oh, he set you free. Oh,
He's magic.
Oh, it came back and wow.
I don't know what that was. That was kind of a threat there. Colin, are you
Whoa.
playing?
He's got magic hands. You know what they say about guys with magic hands? They gotta buy special gloves. I don't know.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
interrupting.
Magic gloves.
Magic gloves. Jordan, what'd you watch this week? Did you watch any of these shows?
No.
Angel, do you watch TV at all?
I worked
I
all week.
watch Netflix.
Oh,
Did you watch
You-
Jessica Jones? Angel?
you finished it?
No.
No, Jessica Jones, never seen it.
Oh, you should watch it. It's really,
Go watch it.
It's really good.
Why?
It's
Good.
it's a Marvel superhero based show, but it's unlike any superhero show you've ever seen. It's amazing acting. It's 13 episodes, and it's pretty much about abuse, surviving abuse, and it's set in the Marvel universe with amazing characters. And it's the female lead. All the leads are female. Like, they switch everything. All the men are like are broken and are the damsels in distress, and all the women are the lead characters. It's fucking great. It's like it's the same.
I'll watch it for you.
Watch it for us. Like, I don't know if you're into like Captain America, Avengers, Marvel Studios, all those movies.
I watched the Arrow and I watched.
Oh, you watched Flash and Arrow, yeah. So,
yeah.
So
Heroes.
Did you watch Daredevil on Netflix?
I watched a little bit of Daredevil, but I just didn't get into it because the people that I was with at the time weren't into the show and they were criticizing, and I was like, oh, this just doesn't have the right
for my money, if you enjoy Arrow and Flash and you like the Marvel movies, for my money, Daredevil and Jessica Jones on Netflix is the best shit they have made to date.
This is all true.
This is the better than the movies because it's so fucking good, dude. It's so compelling, and you're like, this is a superhero show. It's like unlike any superhero show.
I thought it was actually good because it's basically a metaphor for like real problems, and it's not heavy-handed. There's not a lot of fighting. See, I feel like now I don't want to like stereotype or generalize women or anything, but I feel like that they don't like watching too much action-oriented stuff. They want to see people talking more or actually like discussing or emoting. You know,
Action's good with the right stuff in between it.
Yeah, if it's like all just karate all the time, like women get bored.
Well, plus,
so this is not that. This doesn't have a lot of that. It's mostly like a psychological thing.
I also think this is the most realistic depiction of powered people because really throughout the show, they're trying their hardest not to hurt anyone. Like, they're holding back because they know that's why the action is just literally them. You know how most shows like Batman fights the thugs and it takes them forever? And you're like, these are just fucking street thugs. You're Batman. Why is this taking so long? Why is this so unnecessarily kick, punch, kick? This shit is, these people are just standing around and they just literally swat the guys away because she knows if she doesn't pull back, she'll fucking kill the guy in a second. So we're actually recording a review show tomorrow with the Rug Boys. So next Tuesday in the feed will be the Jessica Jones full season 1 review podcast.
I'll be watching that.
And it'll be actually, it's going to be just the audio. It's going to be on the audio. So
I will be listening to that.
Yes, we're gonna record it tomorrow. I'll have it up by like Tuesday or Wednesday. So
convince me to become a regular podcast listener of yours.
Okay, here's why you should subscribe, because we started out talking about superhero TV shows and comic books, but we have so many interesting interview shows, and that we talked to an Emmy-winning photographer, an Oscar-winning filmmaker, a guy who wrote Spider-Man, the guy who created Gargoyles, Young Justice. We've talked to independent hip-hop artists, filmmakers. We have discussions about trailers. Anthony did a UFC show where I kind of like tried to make the fighters into like superheroes, and then we do great reviews of movies of Daredevil, Jessica Jones. We've reviewed Age of Ultron. You get to hear Rug Boy, the birth of Rug Boy, on our show, and it's just and then it goes off into crazy tangents, and
it's crazy.
Yeah,
like if you listen from like like the first like 10 episodes is I'm not involved, and basically Imran. I had no idea that he even had a podcast, and I heard it, and I immediately I was like, "Oh, this is awesome! You're great!" And then Imran's like, "Why don't you come on?" So then I come on, and then I don't want anybody to know. Like, it's an all it's not on video. It's only sound. So I didn't really reveal myself to be Rug Boy, the puppet, the Felty. So it's a slow transition.
Reveal.
So you kind of learn the story as you go, and it evolves.
The backstory of Rug Boy.
And then we have a couple of geek outs of people that we knew growing up and everything. And it just because you get to know Imran more, he reveals he has vitiligo and that he had to go through that kind of, hardship in his life. And then I get drunk and,
Yeah.
and
There's a couple
belligerent
of drunk
a few
episodes.
times.
So just for
So
example,
so much to
I heard a
there's so
little bit
much
of
to
that.
enjoy.
yeah, Jordan, you like the drunk. By the end, he gets sloppy drunk. So for
It was so
example,
funny.
the last show in our feed before the one that's up now, episode 64, we talked to our buddy that we went to art school with. His name is Sean Christensen. Sean and I and Ruggs, actually, we were all in a band in college. Then we kind of broke up. He went on to form this band, Stella Star, that actually got picked up on RCA. They've opened for Jane's Addiction, James Brown, Red Hot Chili Peppers, really big in Europe. Then he goes to write screenplays. He makes a short film called Curfew. This movie wins the Oscar in 2013 for live action
Whoa.
short. So,
Unreal.
and then he made a full-length feature about that movie. So that last episode,
That's on Netflix right now.
and it's on
Before I
Netflix. You
Disappear.
can watch Before I Disappear on Netflix. It's a great movie. Now, and not only that he wrote, directed, starred in, and made a song for both of these movies. This is a talented motherfucker. So the last episode is so interesting. Like, he shares some great stories he's never said. And it's just a great listening to his journey from like art school to where he is now.
Well, the author of the book that I'm working with right now, I'm sure I could get him on your podcast.
Hey,
He's-
we love talking to everyone. Here's the thing is, despite the fact that it's comic book superhero themed, we love to talk to people about what they're passionate about. It doesn't matter what it is. I will tie it into our theme somehow. If you love talking about shit, I love talking to you about said shit. So this is why we do Godzilla. There's something for everyone. It's a
We
wide
talk about
variety.
music. We could talk about anything,
Yeah.
really. I mean,
If
We're
you
not-
like the words Emmy award winning, I have an Emmy award winning nominated friend that's an ABC show host.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That works. Send them all over. We'll talk to anyone. That's part of my deal here. I've always been the guy that I'll be like, I'll fucking talk to a crazy person on the street. I don't care. I can talk to anybody. Everyone has an interesting story, and I just want to hear people's stories.
Yeah, I don't think that we should just pigeonhole ourselves as just geek people
Yeah.
because the world's a big place and we all have opinions on stuff. We had a 2-hour conversation on teaching.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
had a great education conversation with Jordan and the other Tony. So really, it's interviews, it's reviews, it's all sorts of wacky with our kind of sense of humor. And so
And now how?
do you have you can go to iTunes, you can subscribe in Stitcher.
I knew you were going to say that. I was just looking for my phone and I don't know
pull
what
your phone, pull your phone out. Let's see your phone. What kind of phone do you got? You got an iPhone?
I have an iPhone, yeah.
Oh, so this will be very, very easy. It comes built in with a podcast app.
Does somebody want to text me so that I can find my phone?
You can also, if you go to jockandnerd.com, we're on SoundCloud also, we're everywhere. But once you find your phone, just go to the podcast app and search the Jock and Nerd podcast, and it'll pop right up, and you hit subscribe, and you get every show, and you can go back, and it's lots of fun.
I had it here. Like,
Uh-oh.
how did you just lose your cell phone?
Maybe it's in your pocket.
It's here.
Somebody call her. I don't have her number.
Okay, I'm just gonna go check in the kitchen. I'll be back.
Jordan, what have you been up to this week?
I have been watching people play Until Dawn on YouTube.
That is what's that game about?
It's kind of like the butterfly effect thing. You make the choices, and it what choices you make influence the game that you have.
Do you play games, Jordan, or you just watch people play games?
I play some things. I'm not like Peyton, where he plays like everything.
But do you enjoy watching people play games, or you just like these videos?
Sometimes. It depends on who it is. Like, I cannot watch PewDiePie. I can't.
Fuck PewDiePie, dude. That guy's an asshole. I don't care. I'm calling him out. Come find me, motherfucker. I'm just bitter because he makes $7 million fucking dollars.
Well, yeah, no, and he was a big deal with like my fifth graders. They like idolized him, like PewDiePie.
Wow.
He's so hot. I love him.
Wow.
I didn't
Wow.
know. Mm-mm.
It's this weird culture where people love people commenting on people commenting about people commenting. Like, we're a comment culture, and nobody.
I will never be funny enough to comment on shit, and people tune in to hear my comments.
There's this guy that I watch. He's British, but he was like a Viner, and then he just decided to make like a gaming kind of show, and his name is Daz Black. So he has like Daz Games, and he's pretty funny. Like he's very genuine about like his games and how he watches it, which is why I like him. It's not like over the
That's
top
good.
and just like purposely stupid. Like he's just legitly funny. So like
What's-
he's usually who I watch
What's
mostly.
PewDiePie's deal? Is he like overly? Is it like too much? Like over the top?
It's too much. Like I tried watching him play like The Sims one day, and it was he just was trying to get people to die, and so he like put these little squares of like a pool, and then he put like toilets around them, and he built a house that looked like an ass, and yeah. Like,
All right,
I'm gonna look this up. This is something-
That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
it's just, but it was too much. Like it was like really.
Yeah.
I think I lost my cell phone while I was out today. I'll be back.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ooh.
Jordan, by the way, loving your audio today. You sound great. Good,
It's my headphones.
good choice on the headset.
Yeah, sexy.
Sounds good.
Well, these are paid. I have my own headphones. They're Kraken headphones, but they don't work on my Mac to where the
That sounds pretty fucking good, dude. I like
mic
it.
works. But yeah.
You got the Kraken?
Yeah, and well, I don't have
Release the Kraken!
but yeah, that's what the headphones are. Because like I used to play a lot of League of Legends and stuff, and so I would,
Ah.
What is your? Do you know about the esports?
no.
Are you not familiar with the esports, like the Dota and the these big arena where everyone's
What's
on
Dota?
stage?
Is
Dota is
that-
Defense of the Ancients, and there's like leagues where you win, you get salaried, and you live in these houses and you train.
Oh, it's like StarCraft or some shit.
Yeah, it's a sport. Like these guys are considered athletes. We're gonna have a show about this with Peter Kendall from ACO.
Well, I've seen like League of Legends tournaments and stuff.
Yeah,
where they
there's
do
a
big
lot.
things
Like
that.
there's millions of dollars of prize money, and like I think this is gonna get huge. Like it's gonna be as big as fucking spectator sports, which makes Anthony very angry when I say this. Which it's hilarious. But we're gonna have a video game guy on, and where he's gonna give us the rundown on esports next
Cool.
week. But when I heard about it, I was really intrigued because I had no idea. Like these fucking like. It's the day where if you remember when I was growing up and I wanted to play video games, my parents would be like, "You're wasting your time. Put that shit away." These days, if your kid is playing video games, you make him practice that shit 8 hours a day because he could make 6 figures in a year and you don't have to work anymore. Like literally, there's 15-year-old kids winning
I'm gonna
fucking
keep this in mind.
$500,000 in fucking prize money, dude, or 30,000, $1 million. Like it's crazy. And like you can apply for leagues. You go live in the house. They train.
That's
It's
crazy.
Just like it's a sport. There's corporate sponsors. Like all your shit
Yeah.
sponsored. There's a lot of money in this fucking thing. So I'm like, where is this going? And it started like in the 70s, really.
Huh.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, I've seen the like League of Legends championship tournaments and stuff, and I mean, they like live broadcast them in like big arena like
Yeah,
settings, and I mean, is that kind of like what that is?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's big in Korea.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
huge in
That's where
Korea.
big teams come from. There.
I mean, they have like schools. Like you go to college to become an esports gamer now. Like they're giving
What?
they're giving lessons. I was looking this up. There's like classes. It's crazy, dude. There's so much money to be play video games, people.
Well, I want to do
Run
that.
those things.
I know. I just
Can I
look
help
things
you?
up on the internet. Hey, Rand, come. Is that Colin? You want to jump in? We'd love to meet you too if you want to come in. How's your
Alan left.
how's Peyton doing? What's he doing? Is he playing games? Let me guess. He's playing
Yeah,
video games.
he's playing Destiny right now. Well, I guess.
Ah.
Ooh.
So
You're doing the pod races?
Rugs is into Destiny. Why don't you
Yeah, the
tell-
Sparrows.
What is what is this,
Yeah.
Rugs? What is this new thing? they're
Okay,
putting?
let me tell you about this fucking game. First of all, like, okay, Destiny, it's like it's a flawed game, but it's got so much potential. All right, so it began as just this game where you go in and you have all these different planets you can go to and complete missions, and they send you as like you're like a what you call a guardian. It's like you're like this advanced soldier that has all of this like crazy, like all this crazy shit you can do. And they send you in and you go and you run these missions by yourself or with your friends.
Oh, more cotton. coming
More
up.
fluff.
Get that fluff out of there.
All right. And anyway, so
Oh, is that Destiny?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
Destiny.
cool.
Like you can wield a sword, you run these little missions and stuff like that. And basically they give you like a big bad to kill at the end of like, said missions. But you can also play player versus player and play with teams against each other, and they're all different kinds of configurations you can play against each other.
Split screen and shit.
Yeah, split screen like Halo, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and so now what they started doing is adding all this functionalities. But it's also like an RPG because the more you play, the more stuff that you get, for your character, and the more powerful you become, and the more cool looking you can customize and shit. So when Halloween rolled around,
Everybody
You
had
logged-
pumpkin heads.
yeah,
Oh,
you
really?
logged in, and they had this whole like Halloween game set up. So
Wow.
unbeknownst to you, you log in, and all of a sudden you download an update, and you're all in Halloween mode.
Cool.
And you can wear costumes. You get candy. You go. You kind of trick or treat. You go see different people, and they give you candy.
Really?
And now
in the game.
for Christmas,
Yep.
Fuck.
and now for Christmas, they've done this thing called the Sparrow races. Now, when you're running a mission, you have a Sparrow, which is like a speeder, like a land speeder, like
Okay.
in Star Wars,
Okay.
and it helps you get from place to place really fast. And so, at the beginning of this game, when we first got this game, we're all like, "Dude, we should be able to fucking use these Sparrows and race against each other. That would be awesome."
Right.
And now they've done it.
Yeah,
Like now,
nice.
all of a sudden, you log in December, you download a patch, and now you're racing the Sparrow.
There
So
it is.
he's-
Oh, look
yeah.
at that shit. That's awesome,
racing-
dude. That's like, oh, it's just like fucking Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. So so anyway, they've unlocked all this stuff you can do with the Sparrow now. Now you can shoot with the Sparrow. It's like Mario Kart.
Was this planned, or you think they're like making things and listening to fans?
No, I
and-
think they're listening to the fans and giving. I think maybe they had it. Look, I'm pretty sure when they were talking about Destiny, they had all of these grand plans that they couldn't possibly do in this
At
time
once.
span that they wanted to
Yeah.
do it. But they're just kind of like listening to what the fans want and working on what that and putting all those things into effect,
So am I
like
right?
over time.
Am I right in saying like the main thing of this game that's like so unprecedented is that it's kind of a combination first person open world and RPG, but it's also a game that continues to evolve and change and grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jordan, check this shit out. Just like I said, our last show we had a buddy who won an Oscar. We had another friend of ours that we went to college with. Dude's name was Chris Barrett. This is the guy that from day one, he had the video game system. You went to his dorm. He always had the newest shit. And you would go play the newest games you never heard of. And as long as I'd known him, he's like, I want to work in video games. He was an illustration major with us. After college, he gets a job with Bungie working on Halo. Works on the first couple of Halos, and he's worked on Destiny for Microsoft.
Yeah, he's one of the main guys behind
So
Destiny.
I think we need to
That's
get him
cool.
on the show.
Well, I
Yeah,
have
we're
a
gonna have
friend who she works with I think it was like Activision.
Ooh,
And so she does a lot of their promotional stuff for them.
oh, that's fun. Do you get swag?
No, I
You
wish.
should get fucking games and shit. Come on, hook
I
a
know.
sister up.
I know. Like, yeah, no, she's really big on Destiny too. She has she's like trying to do her own gamer channel thing, but I don't think she's like
See-
very popular. But
Would you be interested in a show if we interviewed our buddy Chris Barrett who developed
Hell yeah.
Destiny? Rugs, you're gonna have to be on that one because I
Peyton
never
would
played
love
this
that.
fucking game, and I would need to.
Well,
lean
I know
on you.
plenty of people that would talk about Destiny. I know plenty of guys that would come on.
I mean, I talked to him. It's like I've never played it, but I want to hear about
No, I play it.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert player though.
Yeah.
I'm not like, dude. There's people that you can
Thanks
get to
for
level
that.
300. You can get to level 310. And I'm at level 290, so I'm like 20 points behind everybody. That's now like, and there's like you can literally log in like 40 hours a week playing this fucking
So that
game.
those
yeah, he
that,
plays this thing all the time.
the point level keeps going up as they release things.
Yeah, they keep releasing new shit.
Wow.
Like for example, all right, listen to this. This is crazy. All right, so you have a guy. Let's say you pick. There's three kinds of guys you can pick. You can pick a guy that's like a wizard.
Yeah.
All right. That has like
A warlock.
warlock powers. You can pick a hunter.
A male witch.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's like you can pick a hunter or you can pick a titan. A titan is a guy who's like a tank.
Ooh, okay.
A hunter is a little bit more like stealthy.
I got yeah.
All right, and you got the warlock.
Yeah.
Now they give you off the bat they give you one power set. All right, and then they made it 2 power sets, and then now they're giving you 3 different power sets that you can like switch between.
Oh, you can only
So
use
let's
one
say-
at a time though.
Yeah, you can just put them on one at a time, but you can basically customize your guy, and you can customize how you use your guys. So you can like change the stats
Wow.
on stuff. Let's say you want to jump higher, all right, but in a certain part of the game, you could switch your jump to like a triple jump.
Oh.
But in another part of the game, you might not want that. You might want a blink jump where you disappear and, and teleport somewhere else.
Cool.
So you have all of these different powers you can kind of customize and use while during the game. So it's really fucking cool. I've never had a game like this before ever where you could do this. But the thing is, it does wear you down because you're grinding for all of this shit all the time. And you might get sick of it doing the same shit over and over again.
That's like
So-
the RPG part of it is where you got to keep fucking.
Yeah, so
leveling up
Yeah.
and
it's
shit.
nice that as soon as you're about to get over the game, you're like, fuck this, I'm not playing this anymore. They always hit you with something
They
new.
give you a fun new thing like speeder races. All I know is I've checked out the screenshots of like the user interface, and the fucking art direction and design is gorgeous on this game, dude. It looks amazing.
Dude, just watch people play.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Watch
check
people
that out.
run a mission. Watch people do the end mission and
Does
just see how
PewDiePie
fucking
play this?
crazy
Do
it
I
is.
gotta watch PewDiePie playing this fucking piece
Oh,
of
no.
shit? I don't know.
If
I'll
you
try
see something that says PewDiePie Destiny,
Ugh.
don't click it.
I'll go to Twitch and so I would just go to Twitch and find someone playing Destiny. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. It's crazy.
You know, I wish there's a lot of things I wish they would add to, but I think that one day that game's gonna exist. Maybe when they make the second Destiny, it's gonna exist because like right now, a lot of these planets that you go on are like barren wastelands.
But do you think they'll add things there later?
I would like to
I
stumble
wouldn't
upon
be
something.
surprised.
Hidden
I would
cities
love to
and shit?
stumble upon like people like hiding out
Yeah.
and maybe an outpost here and there,
Yeah.
or just like some cool shit that you didn't expect to stumble into. It was like everywhere you go, even though they're beautifully designed levels and they're awesome and they have a lot of detail, there's nothing for you to stumble upon that like is like interesting.
See, I feel like it should do kind of like World of Warcraft, where they just kind of add different places every now and then.
Yeah, they're probably going to do that too.
So there's no
and
end.
they've done that.
There's no end to this game, technically.
No.
There's just objectives and missions, and you just keep going and going.
Yeah, you have bounties. You can go hunt people down.
Whoa.
You like, let's say like you can go to the bounty man and pick up a bounty, and they'll be like, we want you to kill 10 of these guys, and if you do, you'll get X amount of points.
How do you interact with other people on when you play online? Is there like missions or?
You can invite someone to be on your team,
Oh.
and they can just run a mission with you,
Huh.
Yeah.
or you just get automatically paired with people. So let's say you want to do a mission that requires 3 people,
Okay.
like a strike. They'll pair you with 2 different people, and you could either talk to them or not talk to them. You could have your voice stuff switched on or off.
What?
Normally, nobody
Nobody
has it connected unless they know each other or something.
Do you play online? What's a better way? What's more fun?
I always play. You have to play online.
Oh, so you
can't.
have to.
Like there'll be parts of the game where you'll just be running a mission, and then there'll be all of a sudden you see other people just run in and
Another
kill the
mission.
guy, help you kill the guys.
Oh, so you
And then-
can run
and they'll
into
just leave.
and you run into other people online, and you can help each other out and continue on your way. This is fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, it's like Second Life. Whatever happened to Second Life? It didn't take off. It was kind of boring though.
I didn't even. I mean, Second Life. I don't really know that much about it. Never played it.
Is there an opportunity for people to like sell things in the game?
Well, they have now. They've introduced a monetary system where you can't sell things to each other yet. That's coming, I think.
Very
But
interesting.
But you can buy stuff in the game now. You can go like, say you don't want to fucking. They have shit that's for sale right now that's very, very not important.
Like real money.
Yeah.
Like Bitcoin.
for example-
Bitcoins.
No, it's called silver, and
But you gotta buy. You actually have to buy the
yeah, you buy the silver credits and then you can use them for what you want. But like right now, nothing that you can buy really is going to affect your playing because they think that's not fair. But it's all like cosmetic. Everything that you can buy is cosmetic.
Jordan
pretty
has
much.
paid and bought anything? Has he spent any money on this game?
Have you spent any money on this game? Yes.
Oh, what did he get? What did you buy?
What'd you buy?
Oh, I bet this is news to you. You're like, motherfucker, we're trying to pay
Yeah.
rent, and you're buying digital fucking shorts for your character, and I don't got electricity this month. What are you doing?
Why don't you just jump on?
Yeah, I paid it.
Come on. Oh, no,
I don't
no.
want to
please.
interrupt his destiny. He's spending lots of money on Destiny, Jordan. Keep an eye on him.
He bought emotes.
What's
Ah.
that?
Emotes are like things that your character can do. Like a lot of them are dances.
Yeah, he got a lot of dance moves.
So they
They're
released.
dying. They're not, are they lap dances? Are these sexy
No,
dances?
on
No,
Halloween.
it's like the Carlton,
Yo, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
on
Why are you
Halloween they
spending money on
released
this?
like
the Thriller dance.
yeah,
No,
the
no
Thriller
way.
dance.
Okay, I would pay for that. I would.
So,
I love Michael
like
Jackson.
when you like okay, so this is what happens.
Look at that. Can you see it?
No, you gotta
Yeah.
zoom in.
Okay, make him dance.
Oh,
Oh,
Hey.
went away. Oh, he's doing something.
So like at the end, let's say you complete
Wait.
a level, like you just beat a guy.
Yeah.
When they give you like 15 seconds after the mission ends to like dance around and like high five your friends and shit.
But you have to pay to do different moves.
No, but you're you already come built with moves.
So
dance
it's not
moves.
like where you die. Oh, look, there's he's got a hollow. He's got a what is that? A pumpkin head, and he's doing the
Yeah.
Thriller dance. Oh shit!
Oh
I
shit.
love it. Oh my god, that's great. Oh, look at him go. Look at him go. Look at Michael Jackson. Because this is Tina. Tina. Oh, it's pretty good.
So imagine you just beat a guy
How did
and
he
this
do
is how
that?
you celebrate.
Let's
Yeah.
do the Thriller dance. That's pretty fucking funny right there. How does that help you fight bad guys? I don't know.
It doesn't. It's just cosmetic. It's just
Cool.
fun. It's
That's
just a
great.
little
That's so great. I want to see him do the Beyonce single ladies dance. Can he make that happen?
Oh, that's coming. You know that's gonna come. They got the Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
that Carlton.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Carlton. Yeah.
You gotta love the Carlton. Alfonso,
Now he's doing the sprinkler.
good old Alfonso Ribeiro. Wow.
They're gonna have to do that. Tonto to the party.
Yeah.
Ding,
That
ding,
Apache?
ding,
Is it Apache? Yeah.
ding.
Tonto, jump on it.
Well, just do the YMCA, all that shit. Oh, it's fucking funny. There he goes. Oh, look at him. There's the Carlton. Oh my god, that is hilarious. So you play with the pumpkin head on your head the whole time?
No. That's just you. It's annoying once you put it
Yeah,
on.
you're like,
It just
take it off.
it's on for the whole time that you play that day.
Oh, that day. Okay. That's hey Peyton, what's up? I can see him. Hi. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, you guys are gamers. Gamers, all right.
It's not
We
unusual
have a
to
lot
be
of
naked.
consoles.
You do all of
Yeah.
them.
Pretty much.
Do you have the Wii U?
Yes.
Really? Is that fun?
Yeah.
I love Mario. I love 3D, the Mario on the Wii. Like, I kind of want to get it just to play the new fucking Super Mario game because it looks
We've
awesome.
played a lot of Smash Bros on there.
So how does that work with the screen?
Oh, you can just see like, okay, I usually use the gamepad for that, but you can watch it. Like people can play on the screen, but like I have my own little screen,
Oh,
and
so
I
you can
watch
actually
it.
play with the controller from the controller.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I play Zelda. I play Zelda. I think that's probably the most I've played on anything.
feel like that didn't really take off as big as they kind of were hoping. Like
Yeah.
every few years, Nintendo just comes out with some crazy thing.
But a new Zelda's coming out soon. I don't know when
for
it
the
is.
Wii U. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be really big and beautiful. I mean, I've seen some like previews of it and stuff, and I'm ready.
Can I tell you what I did play? I'm a fucking loser. I played fucking Dance Dance Revolution. I even bought the mats. I had two. I think I had three mats.
Yes.
And me and my sister will play. And you know what? That game's fucking fun as shit, dude. It's not.
It's really fun.
It's not easy either. It's really hard. Like the harder levels, it's fucking impossible. But I had a good time playing fucking Dance Dance.
That's all that matters.
Hey, Imran, I think I gotta go soon.
All right, yeah, we'll probably get
I'm
wrap
getting
this.
cramped up a little
Oh
bit.
boy, go stretch out your fucking Slack channel.
Unless you guys can wait, and I'll come back in a little bit.
No, I gotta go too because I gotta get this show ready to go up again.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, Jordan. Thanks for coming
Thanks
on.
for-
It's great
thanks-
seeing you.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the show.
Thanks for
Love you
Thanks
guys.
for
We love you.
subscribing. Yes, we love you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing.
Yeah.
Send us a if we if something happens, we'll jump on the blab. We might just jump on a random blab here and there.
You should come on with Bob. You should meet Bob. You would
Okay.
like Bob.
Set it up. Let us know. We'll be there.
I want a Bob for apples.
Bob's Burgers.
You would, like he's really cool. You guys would. I mean, especially his voice. It kind of gets you. Like
That's
it's
awesome.
like, oh my god, and that's the way he talks. Like he doesn't even try to talk like that. That's
That's
just
just his voice. He's just
Yeah.
blessed. Hey,
You
we
got a deep voice.
in a world, we'd love to
Yeah.
meet a fucking movie voice guy.
I know.
So-
I wish he was on right now, but
Yeah, no, but maybe next week we'll jump on here or there. But we're going to continue in the podcast, and then we'll be back when the shows start. But you'll probably see us. Before then. Thank you so much for fucking hanging out and listening.
Thanks, guys.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Okie-dokie. Oh, I'm the best.
Yeah, Rug Boy's the best.
Rug Boy is really the best. That's true. All right, I'm ending the recording. Thanks for watching. Jock and Nerd
Bye,
Podcast.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
We out, biatches. What's up?